Yes, yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to my peoples and my guys, look alive, look alive. It's your boy Act Reacher, Judge Galvatron. Court is now in session. You were all my witnesses and jury. You may all be seated if you're not seated already. I got my guys in here with me. First, Mac, tell them where they could find you at.
Man, y'all can follow me right here at Stay Ready Boxing TV on YouTube. If you want the rest, Google.
Steels, Jay Steels, tell them where they could find you at.
Hey, y'all know what it is. It's your favorite, your most hated odd fella. Back for another session of Boxing Night Court. Yes, indeed. I think this is episode number 9. You can follow me at The Odd Fella right here on YouTube. Or you could type in The War Report, you know what I mean? We do ciphers usually every Sunday, not this Sunday, mind you. You know what I mean? Also got the Weed Report popping. We about to smoke Fury packs on 421. Not 420, 421. So be on the lookout for that, you know what I mean? We're going to have the Weed Report live. Me and Cadillac Red, we got them Fury packs ready and on deck, you know what I mean? So, yeah, salute to the usual suspects. BFTB in the courtroom. Salute to the grave digger and salute to the whole chat. Y'all know what it is.
BFTB, man, tell them where they could find you at.
Shit, man, you know, fresh off of death and shit. Other than that, this is where I be, man. I come over and chill with my boys. I'm not killing nobody and shit like that. I'm not roasting the motherfucker. Everybody know where I'm at. I'm just mad that I didn't fucking shout you out on my motherfucking live, bro. That's what I'm mad, because there should be more people in the courtyard right now. There should be more people. I'm annoyed about that. I'm not gonna forget, bro. I'm gonna set a timer on my phone. Make sure I don't forget the next time, because it's not about where I'm at. I want them to be here. This is where I want them. I want them to be here tonight. So I'm gonna make sure that I start pushing it as hard as I can, as much as I can, because I actually enjoy I enjoy these, man, because it's not very often that I can actually debate something and lose. It's not very often, bro. This is the only place I can do that, bro. This is the only place here, man. Y'all got me the last time, and I'm still sour about that. But you know, I said that's how I want that get back.
You a Taurus, brother. You competitive by nature. It's not your fault.
Yeah,
it's
it
not
still
your fault,
got me.
brother.
Still got me, so I still want that get
Y'all
back.
hear
But
me?
hey, man, it is what it is.
Yeah, I hear
Yeah.
you, Mac.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
we hear you.
I'm gonna dip out right quick. I'm gonna come right back. I gotta change my background.
All right, bet. So yeah, let me get in the chat real quick. Once we get started, we're not gonna be able to read the chat jury too much. So, you know, if you fall in a little bit late, you know, because you're just getting out of work or whatever's happening, don't feel bad. But I'm gonna read the first couple people that come in the chat. And then we're gonna read the first cases on the docket. Mark Wonderland, salute to my first sub ever in my live. Real talk. Mark Wonderlich. Salute, bro. Renee Bachung,
That's
always showing love.
my boy. He white, but he ain't Peckerwood white.
Yes, sir. Renee Bachung, court is now in session. He said, oh, my fault. And I forgot to read what Mark Wonderlich said. He said, touch that like button, everyone. LDBC Bomb Squad. And then Renee Bachung says, rise, all rise, court is now in session. Jury member Renee checking in, Your Honor. Definitely, definitely. Uh, dang, skipping. Uh, Mahari, salute courtroom. RIP DMX, yes sir. We was just talking about that backstage. Omega Ray, Act 45, aka Judge Joe B. He talk about the days when I used to have my smoke detector battery. I never changed it. He still remember that when I first got started. Only Omega Red. My fault, L Foul player.
It's my homie.
Salute. Bumpy Thompson. PGH. Big Dog. Salute, bro. Junior the Truth. He said, let's get to it.
Because
Brian H. Good evening, fellas. Okay, we got everybody. Let's get it started. First case on the docket.
First case on the docket, the LDBC versus Jamel Simplify Herring.
All right. Before we get started, does anybody want to give any opening testimonies or uh, uh, as far as the prosecution or the defense?
Well, as a
What?
prosecution, I'd like to open up with the charges against Jamel Herring, uh, if I may, Your Honor.
Proceed.
The charges against Jamel Herring, the LDBC are bringing forth uh, tonight in tonight's court is the obstruction of a true legacy fight. Yes, the obstruction of a true legacy fight. Also, the charge of masquerading as A-side fighter. Masquerading as an A-side fighter. Those are the charges that the LDBC and the prosecution, who is representing the LDBC tonight, are bringing forth against Jamel Herring. Does the defense have anything to open with on Jamel Herring's behalf?
Yeah, I'm gonna prove my client is innocent without a shadow of a doubt. Even though I feel it's a lot of bias already towards my client, I do want to bring forth some facts and history for the court. So I'm using history to prove that my client is innocent without a shadow of a doubt. And Your Honor, I do want to use a witness, two witnesses.
Two witnesses.
Two witnesses.
I'll allow.
Objection.
What is the objection?
Your Honor, do we have time for such a lengthy trial?
It won't be
believe.
lengthy.
He said it won't be.
Your
The
Honor, the prosecution would like to know the witnesses that the defense are bringing forth. Why
counselor.
is this
All right.
such
All
a
right.
state of secrecy right here?
Sustained.
No,
I'll sustain it. I'll sustain it. Listen, I'm going to sustain it, counselor. Counselor, who are you bringing forth?
Uh,
as a defense?
best fight, the best boxing, and 503 Lion.
Okay, I'll allow it, and I'll count it for the record. Proceed.
The prosecution should go first since he's the one trumping the charges. I'm defending my client. So I want to know what's your evidence and all your exhibits and everything you bring it to the table.
Your Honor,
Uh, yes, yes. Go ahead. Proceed. What was
yeah,
it?
if I may be allowed to bring some exhibits to the stand.
Proceed.
Is my window sharing right now? Does everybody see exhibit A? I believe so. So let me just go into full view so everybody sees that.
Yes.
Your Honor, you fully see exhibit A?
Yes, I can. I can fully see Exhibit A, and I believe the jury can in the chat too. Could you
Excellent.
guys let us know in the jury in the chat if you guys can see Exhibit A?
Yeah, I could see Exhibit
We'll start off from the far left. You know what I mean? Jamel Herring, Simplify is his nickname, his alias. Understand he was born in a small town called Coram, New York. Not sure where that is. Um, but his hometown is in Cincinnati, Ohio. Ohio player, so to speak. Southpaw stands at 5'10" tall. I mean, and he has a record of 23-2 with 11 knockouts. Now, this piece here that I got is from Wikipedia to the far left with the picture of Jamel Herring. And as you see the text under it, it says trainer Mike Stafford. So they haven't updated that obviously because we know his trainer is Bomac. He's now with the Bomac squad over there. You know what I mean? The newly minted Duck Academy. But we also look below the trainer and it says manager and it says Al Heyman. Yes. Let's go back into history when Jamel Herring was with Al Heyman on within the PBC ranks. Um, actively fighting for the PBC. I remember he lost actually to a Russian fighter by the name of Denis Shafikov. Jamel Herring admitted that he had to be admitted to the hospital after the fight for two straight days to recover before he made the flight back home. Jamel Herring also admitted that after that fight, he won two fights against mediocre opposition. Best one being Lamont Roach, and he was gifted a WBO title shot. He admitted it. He was gifted a WBO title shot, even though he wasn't the mandatory against Masayuki Ito, a Japanese title holder at the time. Herring got the job done. Got the job done against Masahiko Ito. I mean, and got that belt. Even though he didn't deserve that shot, wasn't the mandatory, he got that belt. Now we're here today. Once again, we bring it back. His manager used to be with Al Heyman. Now we move over to the right and we see who he's with now. MTK Global is his management. MTK Global is his management. And if we look in his biography in MTK Global, what we see here is that it says born and raised around New York. They don't even have this man's facts straight. Born and raised around New York. What's New York? New York State, New York City. But we
Uh,
know that he wasn't born and raised in New York. We know he was born in New York, but we know he wasn't raised in New York because his hometown is Cincinnati, Ohio. So the his new management don't even have his
Objection,
facts
Your
straight.
Honor. What does all
over,
this information have?
overruled. Proceed. It's important.
How was that overruled? It has nothing to do with the case.
Excuse me, it does have something to do with this case if you just stopped interrupting and settle down and listen. Open up your ears and listen and come up with a defense. Instead of the defense is
I
just
got my
offense,
defense. Move on.
just talking over my shit.
Order. Proceed, prosecutor. Please.
Now, as we can see, his new management team don't even have the facts straight. You know what I mean? But we his alias Semper Fi, which means always faithful. We're seeing Jamel Herring is not always faithful because he ditched Al Heyman for MTK Global. And those who don't know who MTK Global is, let's go to Exhibit B. Can everybody see Exhibit B?
No.
Can everybody? Y'all can't see Exhibit B?
Now you still on Exhibit A.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
Can
see
there
it
you
y'all
go.
now.
see y'all see Exhibit B now?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let's see Exhibit B because the first thing when I typed up MTK Global on the Google search, this is what came up. This is what came up. So this is Jamel Herring's new management team, Semper Fi, always faithful. You know what I mean? He went over to MTK Global and look what it says. You know what I mean? MTK Global is a boxing and management, MMA management and events promotes company founded by the reputed drugs gang boss Triggerman Dan and his former professional boxer Matthew Macklin in 2012.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now we making connections. We making connections because we know FTK Global is under investigation in other cases over here at Boxing Court. But this is who Jamel Herring is running with. I'm showing the patterns of his disloyalty and his foul nature in this sport of boxing. Obstructing the sport is what this group so. Now this man says he wants to be the lineal champ. Huh? He say he want to be the lineal champ and go for unifications. That's great. That's fine. I like that. You know what I mean? But that's not all said and done yet. Bob Arum hasn't said nothing about this unification with Oscar Valdez. MTK Global hasn't said nothing about this unification with Oscar Valdez. You know what I mean? And once again, I showed you in the last exhibit that they are, as well as a management group, they are promotional. So why ain't they promoting that fight if they're your promotional group too, as well, your co-promoter, as well as Top Rank. But you want to omit and not mention your mandatory challenger, the silver medalist, the upcoming superstar, and Shakur Stevenson, homegrown Americans such as yourself. We respect and salute Jamel Herring for his service in the Marines, in the U.S. Marines. But we have to respect and salute my dude Shakur Stevenson's services for the Olympics, getting that silver medal. And now he's on the come up, and now he's mandatory and do a shot, and he can't even get a mention. He can't even get a mention from the title holder, Jamel Herring. Once again, I call him a title holder because he wasn't really deserving of that title shot. He admitted himself. He wasn't the mandatory, but he can't give a shot to an upcoming mandatory who's homegrown, who looks like you. We can't break bread with our brothers. Oh, you got to play another agenda. I forgot. You want MTK Global. I forgot. You Semper Fi. Always faithful. So you want to do that lineal. You want to do that lineal shit. Well, let's see, Semper Fi, about this lineal shit. Because one thing about the lineal shit is that 4 boxing publications got to rank you 1 and 2. 4 boxing publications got to rank you 1 and 2. Now I got 2 boxing publications that are accredited to the lineal up here on this screen. First, I have the Ring magazine right here. Now we see Davis is number 1, Valdez is number 2. I don't see no Jamal Herring. I don't see no Jamel Herring. He all the way back here at number 5. That's the Ring magazine. Now look. Let's go over to the far right ESPN. Number 1, they got Oscar Valdez. Number 2, they got Tank Davis. Number 3, they got Jamel Herring. Rest my case. This nigga is capping, talking about, yo, I want to go for the. How you gonna go for the lineal when you ain't even close to being 2? The only people that think that you are number 1 or number 2 is actually BoxRec. Who's actually BoxRec. And the only people that recognize BoxRec is the IBO championship. So maybe you should fight for the IBO championship and that be more realistic going after Oscar Valdez than trying to talk about or discredit and not mentioning Shakur Stevenson. Not mentioning Shakur Stevenson is utterly ridiculous. And now on top of that, you want to not mention Shakur Stevenson. Now you want to threaten A-side diva shit. A-side diva shit by threatening it to vacate the title that was gifted to you. Now allow me to play Exhibit D. Source from Blue Blood Sports TV, a very credible source, a credible journalist amongst us here in the LDBC. And I will commence to play this video, which further displays the disgust and the obstruction that this man, Semper Fi Jamel Herring, is displaying. Here we go.
Does it got sound? Because I don't hear nothing.
Yeah, you trying to load it back up. No sound.
There's no sound, prosecutor.
I want to vote this stricken this off the record if we can't hear what he's saying.
I will have to say,
Unfortunately, unfortunately, there's no sound.
yeah,
It's
we're
a
gonna have to
technical
take that up.
it's a technical difficulty with the PowerPoint. That's a situation where I'm not gonna go with. I could go into the YouTube and reshare it, but the fact of the matter is that I'll just relay what Blue Blood Sports TV was confirming, and that was the fact that, let me get back over here. And that was the fact that Jamal Herring it has confirmed that he will vacate He will vacate the WBO title if he doesn't get the Oscar Valdez fight. If he doesn't get the Oscar Valdez fight, now that if that doesn't smell of duckery to Shakur Stevenson, it damn near does smell of obstruction of a true legacy fight against two star African American talents. And not only that, masquerading as as an A-side fighter when your best fight, when your best win comes from a guy that comes from 126. What was he doing? What was his greatest status accomplishments at 130? Carl Frampton. You got that. You got that title from a title holder and Masayuki Ito. Ain't nobody know who Ito is. Ain't nobody can't pronounce his name. He wasn't no long defending champion or titleist or top of his division at 130. Stop it. And this guy's masquerading around like he can pick and choose what he want to do. And now, if he can't get his Valdez way, he wants to vacate the only belt that was gifted to him. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Counselor, are you ready?
I've been ready. Yeah. But
Are you bringing your witness forth first?
Before I bring my witness, I want to get some evidence stricken from the record. Let's start with number one, where he was speaking of Al Heyman and talking about MTK Global and why is Al Heyman in the mix with this when Al Heyman is not his manager anymore? That was something in the past. He hasn't been with Al Heyman since 2014. He's neither is Shakur Stevenson, neither is Oscar Valdez. So why is that even brought up into the case? That evidence needs to be stricken from the record. Number one. Number two, him and MTK Global messing up where he was born and knowing he's from Ohio should be stricken from the record. That has nothing to do with this case. We're talking about him and his boxing pedigree, record, whatever y'all want to call it. His prestige as a fighter. It has nothing to do with it. That stuff right there is just banter and just added on to trump up his charges. I want it stricken from the record.
Objection.
That's a little steep. That's a little steep, Counselor.
Those weren't charges.
Hold on. Let me
those
ask you
weren't charges. I was
Counselor.
painting a picture for you. I was painting a picture for you.
Counselor, what
you
are
just
the
want
charges?
straight. You just want the straight charges. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. I was building a picture. I was building a picture for the jury to see, so they could observe as well. It's not just for you.
Order. What are the charges?
Obstructing a legacy, a true legacy fight. A true legacy fight, not a legacy fight. Obstructing a true legacy fight and masquerading as an A-side fighter. Those are the charges.
Those are two charges.
So impersonating the federal boxing.
So he's trying to
impersonating the federal boxing.
I'm building my case, and you trying to slash it in half.
I guess I can't talk to the judge. The judge.
Yes. Proceed.
He brought up two charges. Obstruction from stopping the legacy fight and masquerading as an A-side fighter. It is 2021. He hasn't been with Al Heyman since 2014. What does that have to do with this case? All this has happened in 2021. It didn't happen in 2014.
Objection.
Sustained, prosecutor. He's actually right. He has a point. He has a point.
Didn't the defense open up with, Your Honor, didn't the defense open up with stating he was going to talk about history? I was giving history.
No. When I mentioned history,
I was giving history and counter to that.
I'm specifically talking about in the ring history. You will understand it when you see my case. It has nothing to do with who manages a fighter. It has nothing to do with who promotes a fighter. It has nothing to do with where if a fighter was born in New York or Ohio. So Al Heyman has nothing to do with this case. We got a whole case against PBC. This is not nothing to do with PBC. This is strictly Jamel Herring. He's the one
Yeah,
on the.
strictly
He's
Jamel
the one.
Herring. So you don't understand the what I was trying to convey with his alias Semper Fi, always loyal, always faithful. He's not always faithful. He's not
Uh,
always faithful. He's with
pros,
Trigger Man
pro,
Dan,
prosecutor with all
trying to line the big
order,
bands. Yeah.
order. Prosecutor, with all due respect, you had your chance. Please let the counselor proceed, and counselor, please get to the case.
All right, all right.
Yeah, get to your
Well, I
case.
want to
Just
bring. I want to
trying to chop
bring my
my shit
first.
up.
I want to bring my first witness to the stand. 503 line. Can you come to the stand, please, sir?
Yes, sir. Right here. Right
503.
here. Right here.
Do you swear to keep it truth, all truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor. With
Okay,
H-Town pride and respect. Go ahead.
Right.
proceed.
I called you to the stand because I know you've always kept it 100 no matter what. And my first question to you is actually coming off of rebuttal from what Counselor Jay Steele mentioned is that his best fight was against uh, a fighter that came up from 126. But if my memory don't deceive me and it's accurate, that same counselor picked that 126 fighter to beat my client. Am I correct?
Yes, you are correct.
Okay.
Judge, if you
Objection.
want to, if
Objection.
excuse me, sir,
Boxing logic has
I'm
nothing to
on
do
the
with
stand,
this.
Overrule.
sir. I'm on the stand, sir.
Overrule.
You had your
Overrule. He's on the
opportunity, sir.
stand. You gotta
Thank you.
let them go.
Can we get some order in the court, Judge? Because I mean, you know,
I'm ordering it.
the prosecutor has had his whole time to talk, and nobody interrupted him. Can we have the same respect when we have the floor, please? Thank you. I would really appreciate it. Now, as I was saying before, I was interrupted by prosecutor Jay Steels. Um, you can go to Supreme Beast Boxing Talk to check that. Um, it's on record, it's on tape, it's on video and audio. But go ahead.
All right.
Uh,
All right. But one of the things about the LDBC is that we've always wanted the best to fight the best. Am I correct?
yes, that's
Yes.
the motto.
I understand that Shakur Stevenson is one of the best fighters, and in my opinion, he is the best fighter at 130. But at the moment, he doesn't have a title. Correct?
Correct.
So when we're speaking of the best fighting the best, we always talk about undisputed, right?
Yep, and unification.
And unification. So when we're looking at him trying to unify and he's saying he want to go at the lineal title, do you see odds there of us saying that he's ducking somebody without a title to go duck somebody with a title?
No, I don't see any odds. I see one man daring to be great and trying to unify the division as we preach every day on our platforms.
Okay, thank you. Do you have any questions, Jay Steels, before I move to my next witness?
Yeah, you are allowed to question the witness.
Yes, Yana, I have some questions for
Proceed.
witness 503 line. Um 503 line. Are you in any way related to Jamel Herring?
No,
Are you affiliated with the MTK Global?
no,
I'm hearing some sirens in the background. Are are you in any distress, 503?
am I what? What was the question again,
In,
prosecutor?
in any distress?
No, sir, I'm not. I'm on the stand for both of you guys.
Okay.
I'm okay. Yeah.
Do you know of a highly credible, reputable YouTube creator in the LDBC by the name of Blue Blood Sports TV?
Yes, that's the brother.
Mm. Do you follow a lot of his videos?
Yes, I do.
And with his videos and his reports, would you say that um he's a reputable source in these YouTube streets?
Most definitely. He breaks news
Breaks news. Um,
and reports news. Boxing news.
would you say he reports facts?
Yes.
Yano, would you allow me to bring rebring exhibit D to the stand for our witness 503 to examine?
I'll allow it.
Is it gonna have sound this time?
It should it should it should prosecutor or defense stay ready. Um let me get this ready here, and once again, this is from a highly reputable source in Blue Blood Sports TV reporting on Jamel hearing. I would like the key witness 503 to examine this and to once again answer after this. I stopped the video if you think this is factual. I will play the video now.
Okay.
Proceed.
Jamel Herring has officially made it.
Getting a website for free and getting the guidance is amazing.
I wanted the video,
if
not
you do
commercials.
have a business,
Known that he doesn't want to fight Shakur Stevenson. Now Jamel Herring is saying that he thanks the WBO for all they've done, for giving them an opportunity. But if they enforce the fight between himself and Shakur Stevenson, then he's going to vacate the title, because the only fight that makes sense for Jamel Herring, according to Jamel Herring, is to face Oscar Valdez, two-division world champion, who currently is the WBC lightweight world champion, who defeated Miguel Burchelt, the longtime reigning lightweight WBC world champion Mexican superstar boxer, via knockout.
All right, that's enough. Thank you, Blue Blood Sports TV, for your eloquent analysis of what's going on in junior featherweight, or no, the super featherweight division. 503. So once again, I ask, what Blue Blood reported, would you say that is factual?
You say would it be factual? No, at this current time it's all alleged, because you pulled up what Blue Blood said, what he's reporting, but you didn't pull up what Jamel Herring said or reported. So it didn't come directly from Jamal Herring. Now, if Blue Blood had Jamel Herring saying it, it would be total factual. But right now, it's just alleged, in my opinion.
However, I just asked you if you believe Blue Blood was a reputable source. If
He
you,
is.
I just asked you if Blue Blood, what he stated was factual, and you said yes.
Yes. You asked me, will he be a reputable source for breaking news and reporting news? And I said, yes, that's what he does.
Yana, I think I've had enough questions. Thank you, 503.
Thank you,
So
sir.
Okay.
redirect, Your Honor.
Okay.
Can I
Just
ask
like
you
you,
a question?
just like you mentioned, 503.
Can I ask you?
Uh,
Hold on, Preem. Just like you mentioned, 503, it's all alleged because nothing has came out before. Like we've trusted Blue because Blue always report great and factual news, but things can change at the drop of a dime. Correct?
Yes, that's why what prosecutor Oddfellow just exhibited to the courts is alleged at this very moment. Not saying Blue Blood is a liar or he's
So
doing propaganda videos. It's just, in my personal opinion, it's not actual facts until Jamel Herring comes out and says it, or he proceeds with what Blue Blood is saying. It's just allegedly.
exactly, because if we go back, and I don't like doing this because this is my brother, but he also reported that the Anthony Joshua Deontay Wilder fight was signed, but we see things change, things happen, and we didn't get that fight. So until it actually comes to fruition on what he's reporting, at this point, he's just going off of his sources, and it's alleged the same way that we hear sources come out with uh, NFL and the breaking news and the NBA breaking news. It's all rumors until it's fact. So at this point, I would like that stricken from the records because we don't know how true it is at this moment and at this point in time. At this point, it's just alleged. Is that cool,
pros.
Your Honor?
Is the 30-day order from the WBO
They haven't even
alleged?
yeah, everything's alleged because ain't nothing they haven't called for a purse bid, they haven't called for negotiations to start. They said negotiations should start to Shakur Stevenson have his fight. Shakur Stevenson ain't even had his fight yet. So we can't even say what the WBO is gonna order until it's ordered.
That's, that's,
So that
Call your second witness.
I got a question.
okay.
I got a question for 503.
Okay. All right. The jury has a question.
Yeah, my question was last week, 4:15 Eastern Standard Time, we was all bullshitting on the Beltway. It's the Usual Suspects team. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Usual Suspects. 503 in the Jamel Herring fight. Who did you pick?
I pick Mr. Carl the Jackal Frampton.
Okay, that's it.
All right. Best fight the best TV.
That's your second witness you're calling to the
I and I
stand.
am he.
Yes, sir. That is my second witness.
He's I, and I am he.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, and to
The
keep
whole
it real?
motherfucking truth.
All right. So my
Proceed.
brother, could you state what your name is and what it means for the jury?
It is the best fight the best. And that's exactly what in the Sammy Smooth fucking means.
There you there you go. Now, the reason I wanted him on the stand is because that's his name, best fight the best. So when we want the best to fight the best, we're talking unifications, we're talking undisputed, we're talking champions fighting champions. Am I correct, BLTB?
You are correct.
So when we get a fighter that's trying to fight another champion, if he's not fighting somebody else that's not a champion, can we call that a duck?
And in the stance of the absolute best fighting the absolute best, then no, you cannot call it.
So when we're looking at Jamel Herring trying to fight another champion so he can unify a division, and he has a mandatory that's calling for the fight, but he says, I want to get this belt first. Or I'm trying to get this belt. I'm not worrying about this dude right now. Is that considered a duck, or would you consider him trying to accomplish greatness as a fighter?
I I would not say it's accomplishing greatness, but I would not say it's a duck either. I say it's the best fighting the best.
Well, that goes without saying as well. So, you know, it's semantic. So, just like you said, that's the best fighting the best. So I'm looking at it like this. Throughout history, fighters don't look at what sanctioning bodies have done or what's crooked or nothing like that. They look at each one of these titles as showing that they are the best fighters in their division and at their current time. So whoever have those Infinity Stones, they're trying to collect all 5 and become Thanos.
Correct.
So him going after Jamel Herring and instead of because he has him going after Vision instead of going after Captain America, would you say that he's doing it the right way, or would you rather see him go ahead and knock Captain America off and then go after Vision to get that stone?
I would rather him go after Vision.
Okay. Any questions, Counselor?
Yes, I do have some questions for BFTB. Once again, I would like to ask you if you have any specific involvement with Top Rank Boxing.
Fuck Top Rank.
The language, please. Language, please.
My bad. My bad, Your Honor.
I'll ask again, do you have any involvement with Top Rank?
No.
Are you up to date on Top Rank propaganda and such, the Top Rank schedule even?
Partially, but I don't go to hater channels, and I consider Top Rank a hater channel.
Are you up to date that Big Baby Anderson will be fighting tomorrow?
Correct. Yes.
Joe Smith Jr.
Yes.
Do you know that Lomachenko will be fighting? Not tomorrow, but
I'm about to say, that nigga still alive?
In the coming months. Are you aware of Lomachenko's opponent?
Yeah, he's fighting that Nakatani Tuki dude.
Right.
Yeah, he was capping and clout chasing Devin Haney, really fighting Nakatani Tuki. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's a confirmed fight, would you say?
Yeah, it's a confirmed fight. Yeah, and he was capping, talking about he wants to fight Devin Haney, knowing that he had a confirmed fight with Nakatani Tuki. Yes, that is a confirmed fight.
So yeah, you're pretty up on this Top Rank schedule and Top Rank propaganda. Have you heard anything about a fight with Oscar Valdez and Jamel Herring?
I heard that Jamel Herring wants to fight him. That's about it.
Have you heard anything about after the not Nakatani but the Nakatalia fight with Shakur Stevenson, immediate order from the WBO for Shakur Stevenson to fight Jamel Herring? Have you heard anything about that?
I have, but can I elaborate?
Yes, please.
Good, perfect. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, counsel. So, to my recollection and to my knowledge, from what I heard Oscar Valdez say directly after his win, is he said he called for the smoke with Shakur Stevenson. That's what I heard out of his own mouth. I did not hear him call for Jamel Herring at all. I heard him call for Shakur Stevenson. I did hear that. Then I did see the information from Jamel Herring's, his signed obligation to either fight Shakur Stevenson or vacate. So if you put all things in context, it sort of looks like there's an issue with that. But again, with that being said, I would prefer to see Jamel Herring versus Oscar Valdez in a unification.
Now, you did say Oscar Valdez did state that he wanted to smoke with Shakur Stevenson.
Correct.
Yes, your name, you know what I mean, is best fights the best.
Yes, indeed.
Would you think when Oscar Valdez called out Shakur Stevenson for a fight that he was ducking Jamel Herring and Carl Frampton, or was he looking to fight the best?
Me personally, I think he was looking to fight the best.
No more questions, Your Honor. Thank you, BFTB.
Indeed.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
but
you.
redirect because I'm still understanding. A BFTB, just two more questions.
Please.
You said Oscar Valdez was looking to fight the best when he called out Shakur Stevenson. Cool.
Yes.
But after Jamel Herring just won that title Saturday, correct?
Jamel Herring defended his title Saturday.
He defended his title Saturday, correct?
Yes.
And they're asking for have you heard anything if he's negotiation or anything with Oscar Valdez? But he just fought. It ain't even been a whole week yet. It's only been 6 days.
Yes.
So have it even been enough time for them to start negotiations yet?
I've seen where they negotiated things to include, Anthony Joshua, Eric Molina being negotiated for the winner to fight Vladimir Klitschko. I have seen those negotiations happen prior to fights, and I've also seen people use those negotiations in order to duck other fights. Okay. So, with that being said, counsel, I will say they could have negotiated.
Okay, but we still got time for them to go in negotiation, though. Correct?
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay. That's my biggest part of that question. And question number 2 is after he fought this Saturday and he won his fight and he called out Oscar Valdez, what is it that Oscar Valdez said on Twitter after that fight?
After the Jamel Herring fight?
After the Jamel Herring fight.
Oh yeah, he wants the Jamel Herring fight too.
So seeing that they're under the same promotional brand, it should be easy for that fight to be made, correct?
Agreed.
Okay. So now I want to get into my spiel real quick. My point is that we're talking about legacy fights, but how can that be a legacy fight if I'm not fighting him for a title, but I'm looking to fight somebody for a title in Oscar Valdez? I'm looking to collect those Infinity Stones so I can become that Thanos in that division. He's Oscar Valdez is first. There's other champions in that division, like a Tank Davis. He has the Super WBA title. There's other fighters that he could be going after that. I'm not saying that that's what he's going to do, but as of right now, we do not know. So I can't put anything on him not fighting Shakur Stevenson. But what I will say is all fighters throughout history has always looked to try to collect every title. They're not looking to just continue to fight mandatories or I'm not saying mandatories don't get their shots. They do get their shots, but he wants to get those titles. So if I got to go through here and fight him, I'm calling him out. He has a belt. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not looking at how crooked the sanctioning body is or what the sanctioning body did in the past or who they done fucked over. I'm looking to try to become an undisputed champion. So if I'm trying to become undisputed, I'm not going to let a mandatory get in my way, whether we believe he is the best fighter at that division. I think nobody at 130 beats Shakur Stevenson. That's me. And I'm defending my client, but at this time, Shakur Stevenson is not holding the Infinity Stone, and he is not the person that I want to destroy to get this Infinity Stone so I can put it on this Infinity Gauntlet and become Thanos. Oscar Valdez is in the way of that, so I want Oscar Valdez for that smoke.
If I can say something to that, I think people fail to realize that although there is a contract that says they have to Jamel Herring has to stay playing for 30 days or relinquish the belt. People have to understand that the WBO is also one of the main sanctioning bodies that allow unifications over mandatories. So you have to understand that that's pretty much written into their rules that you could unify or become undisputed over a mandatory. So when you look at that, at that aspect, And then the second part of that, actually, I'm not even gonna go there. The second part of that is Shakur Stevenson, I believe, is the best fighter at that division. I believe that. But he hasn't really fought anybody actually prove it. I believe Jamel Herring is really good. I believe Shakur Stevenson washes him. I believe Oscar Valdez is really good. I believe Shakur Stevenson washes him. However, my belief is irrelevant unless they're actually fighting. Now, you can look at this from two different ways where you can say unification. I believe the unification should happen. I believe that. I believe Oscar Valdez and Jamel Herring should fight each other. And then Shakur Stevenson should get the winner. That's what I believe. I believe it's a bigger.
I do too.
That's a bigger route for Shakur Stevenson. He'll be able to fight somebody for 2 belts versus fight somebody for 1 belt. However, the issue that I have with that is, how are they supposed to do that? Are they going to write it in a contract to say the winner fights Shakur Stevenson? Well, if that's the case, there's already a contract that has Shakur Stevenson fighting the winner right now. He has to fight Jamel Herring right now. So are they going to shit on, or are they going to bump the contract and then write a new contract? If they bump the contract and write a new contract, who's to say they're going to honor the new contract? So if you look at it from that respect, if I'm Shakur Stevenson, I'm not allowing him to get out of that. I'm fighting Jamel Herring. You're fighting me. You're either fighting me or you're vacating. The problem that I have with what we're talking about is this a duck? In my opinion, it is not a duck, because it is the best fighting the best. That will be the equivalent of another. In the welterweight division, you have a bunch of best top guys. If one top guy doesn't fight this top guy to fight another top guy, you're not ducking. You're still fighting top guys. They're still the best fighting the best. So Jamel Herring not fighting Shakur Stevenson to fight Oscar Valdez is not a duck. You're not ducking the best competition, because Oscar Valdez, who's to say Oscar Valdez doesn't beat all these guys? You have no idea. Oscar Valdez is the goods. He ain't no bum. So you're not ducking a good fighter in Shakur Stevenson who's unproven to fight another good fighter who is proven. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. So I would say that he is not going the route of his contract if he doesn't fight Shakur Stevenson, but I would not call the man a duck.
Thank you, BFTB. And our BFTB rested our case.
Any closing arguments
my
before
closing
we render verdict?
My closing arguments. I just want to remind the judge and the jury of my original charges of obstructing a legacy fight and masquerading as an A-side fighter. I agree with the prosecution. This is not a duck, but where we disagree is that this is obstruct. Once again, your client has aspirations for unifications, which is fine. But if those unification fights do not happen, he has an obligation to fight a mandatory, which is the best, one of the best fighters in the division. And to relinquish and vacate your belt because you don't want to fight that said fighter further shows that he's obstructing a true legacy fight and masquerading as an A-side fighter when he doesn't have that deep of a resume for a man of 33 years of age, with
35.
over 35. So once again, this is not a duck, but it damn definitely is a obstruct. I rest my case.
And my closing arguments, this is why I don't think it's obstructing a legacy fight, is because how can you obstruct a legacy fight when you're going after a legacy fight? A fight with Oscar Valdez would be considered a legacy fight, especially if you win and you become a unified champion. That's a legacy fight that has a potential of putting you in the Hall of Fame. Fighting the Shakur Stevenson and beating the Shakur Stevenson, even if we believe he's the best fighter, can put you in consideration for a Hall of Fame battle. But fighting somebody of Oscar Valdez potential is a bigger legacy fight than fighting the Shakur Stevenson. So obstructing one legacy fight to pursue another one, I'm sorry. When it comes down to history, I'm looking at it as far as legends go and what they did to become legends and to put their name in history. We're not going to remember him for beating Shakur Stevenson, but we would remember him for beating Oscar Valdez.
Can I say something, Judge? Your Honor.
Yes, and after this, we're gonna render verdict and move to the
Okay.
next case.
Okay, perfect. So, but what both counsel says is quite accurate. However, I want to leave y'all with this. When I said to y'all, I believe Shakur Stevenson is the goods. The key word is believe. I believe he's the goods. I understand what the contract says, and it says that he must fight or vacate. If he does not fight, if Jamel and Shakur do not fight, then Jamel will get stripped of his title, and the fight between Shakur and the other guy will be for the vacant WBO title. That we know that I know. But the issue that I have when it comes to legacy is we don't know if Shakur Stevenson will pan out to be the goods. We believe that. We do not know. There has been plenty of fighters throughout the history of boxing that we believed that they will be the goods that did not pan out to be the goods. And they fell by the wayside in the history of boxing. You never remembered them. You have to think about them like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. But with Oscar Valdez being a champion already, you will always remember that. That's signed, sealed, and delivered permanently. It's there. You will never forget that. And if you do forget it, all you got to do is pull up list of WBC champions, and boom, Oscar Valdez will pop up. He will be there. Those other guys that you don't know if what they will be. Those guys, you can't say, oh man, he didn't fight Shakur Stevenson. In 50 years, if Shakur Stevenson isn't the goods, in 50 years from now, people ain't gonna remember him. You're like, oh, okay, but why didn't he fight Oscar Valdez? Why didn't that happen? So I would say, Your Honor, you have to weigh them both ways. You have to weigh it both ways. That if we're basing this legacy fight, like Counsel Alfella says, we're obstructing a legacy fight, but we're basing that on the potential of Shakur. We're not basing it on the facts of Oscar Valdez. That is a factual unification. It's a factual. There is no guarantee that Shakur Stevenson will even be able to unify, but we know he will. It's a guarantee he has to fight for that belt, the WBO belt. But there's no guarantee that once he beats Jamel, that Oscar Valdez will even fight him. There's no guarantee. But if they can get a unification between Jamel and Oscar, in my opinion, Your Honor, that's something that's more given, that's more substantial, it's more definitive than the hope of a unification with Oscar Valdez and Shakur Stevenson. So I would look at it from both ways, and I would ask you to take that into consideration when you're talking about obstructing, where we're speaking of obstructing the potential versus a definitive.
Your Honor, allow me to remind you that BFT has just eloquently stated that Oscar Valdez is willing to go both ways, to go to unify with Jamel Herring, as well as fight Shakur Stevenson, who is rated number 1 with the WBC.
But he will not be number 1 with the WBC, Shakur Stevenson, if he fights Jamel Herring. He will be the WBO champion.
However, in the sense of Jamel Herring, he's not willing to fight his reputable number 1 ranked mandatory in Shakur Stevenson, and I rest my case.
Agreed.
Okay.
And he's not willing because he wants unification.
We're ready to render verdict. And next case on the docket, as far as the case of Jamal Herring versus the LDBC case 291.4, we find the defendant not guilty.
Thank you, Your Honor. My client is happy.
Great job, though, Steels. Great job. Man, Steels
It
is
was
show.
those steals. I can't even be mad at it. It was.
Yo,
It was
you
making
lucky
go in
you
my
didn't have
boat.
me. If you'd have had me prosecute him, I would have got that nigga fried, bro.
Yeah.
I would have fried him, bro. I would have fried him.
Hey,
I'd have got him, bro.
Next case on the docket.
LDBC versus Frank Warren.
old fish eyes.
Uh-oh. Here we go, Red.
Your Honor, can you refresh my recollection? Was I prosecuting or defending?
You
No, no.
prosecute.
Oh, you doing fish eyes too? I thought he was doing the IBO.
Nah, he's doing fish eyes. He prosecutes fish eyes.
Either one. Don't matter to me. I'll prosecute either one.
No, I mean I'm just saying I didn't know who doing the IBO. Or we're running through. I ain't tripping.
Nah, the IBO 503, but he fell out, so I guess
Oh, wow.
we gotta do the Frank Warren joint now.
All right.
And we're going after this, we're going because 503 in here, unless he come back.
That's what I'm saying. I thought I fella was prosecuting and I was defending, and then
That's
oh, yeah, go ahead. Prosecute Frank Warren.
I mean, I'm saying though, we could. It don't matter to me,
bro.
Go
When I called you, I told you that he prosecuting Frank Warren.
Okay, all right, get running. What's
and
the
you
charge?
said you said you was defending him.
Yeah, I'm defending no matter what. What's the charges?
Charges against Frank Warren? All right, well, I mean, which one do you...
Objection. Hold on. Objection. This nigga's in here dressed like death. He ain't even dressed for motherfucking court. He dressed for a funeral, y'all. We gonna start it off like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in black too. Okay. I'm in black too.
His black is different than your black. Look at where he dressed for funeral. Well, it's okay. It's okay. I just want to point that out. Don't nobody want to point it out. I'm gonna point out the opposite. You know what I'm saying? My bad.
Now we opening statements if anybody wants to make them.
I am prosecuting old fish eyes, Your Honor. And my prosecution is going to be very, very simple. Fish eyes is a liar.
What's the charges?
The charges, he is a liar, Your Honor. He is a man that has set up multitudes of hype jobs, of setting up things as if they're going to happen, and gets the crowd in a buzz, and then they flop, they fall through. He is a man that's also has ties to MK Global, which Counsel Alfella already pointed out is a crooked organization. This is a man that hides in the shadows and allows everybody else to do all the dirty work and all the talking, and then he'll pop his eyes out. That's why they call him fish eyes. He'll pop his little rat eyes out. A little thing here. He's like Flavor Flav. He's a hype man, Your Honor. You know, so we're going to prosecute this man to the fullest extent of the law and get him up out of here completely. He's useless. He literally does nothing. He's worse than, matter of fact, this man is completely useless. He's worse than Bob Arum. There is absolutely no reason for this man to be in the sport of boxing altogether, and no one on the panel. There is no counsel that can actually tell me what Fish Eyes does. So the charges are: this man is a criminal and a liar, and he needs to be removed from the sport of boxing.
Okay. So you the charges is him being white. I'm lost. You lost me with that.
That would work. That works.
Okay. All right. Man, first thing first, man. A liar, you know what I'm saying? All them dudes lie. You know what I'm saying? I can't.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection. He's generalizing.
What are you objecting?
He's generalizing, Your Honor. He's generalizing. That is not illustrative in this court. He's generalizing. I'm speaking strictly about rat eyes.
Okay. It's fish eyes. Get my
sustain.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Your Honor, all of the promoters in the game lie.
Your Honor, he's using that, what you just stated already. He's using it again, objection. Objection is using it again.
Order.
Generalize.
Overrule. Let him continue. I just want him to get his point across.
Okay. All these dudes are fibbers. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even think that they fib. I think they over exaggerate the truth. You know what I'm saying? They find a little bit of truth and try to dance around it. To me, Fish Eyes, you know what I'm saying, is one of the best promoters in the UK. You know what I'm saying? He's not out here with the shenanigans of the other guy. Throughout this whole time of this Tyson Fury debacle, you know what I'm saying, he's been the only one that's been silent. You know what I'm saying? Bob is having to jump on the internet every other day and say, this motherfucker don't know. Eddie Hearn keep talking. The nigga won't shut up. Eddie Hearn will tell you any motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Tyson Fury, all he need is a line. You know what I'm saying? His daddy out there, you know what I'm saying? Fish Eyes is the only one that's doing his numbers quietly. Not being all in the spotlight. We make the
objection, Your Honor. That's a lie. That's a lie.
What are you objecting? What's the lie?
He got to wait for his turn. They just how he object? He not even a prosecutor.
I'm on the prosecution's team.
You gotta answer question. You gotta wait your turn. You niggas, if this kangaroo
overrule. It's not a kangaroo court. You're right. 503. If you want to counter argue, I have no problem with anybody that's a witness. If BFTB wants to bring a witness, it doesn't matter. All right, proceed.
He's been doing the best job of trying to stay quiet, keep his cards close to his chest. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard when you have guys on the other side that do all the lying. As far as him being, what was the other charges? Him just being an all-around liar and being bad for the sport. He said something like that. Was that what he said?
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? As far as being bad for the sport, man, the guy put on good fights over there in the UK. He put on good UK club level fights. I mean, I haven't heard of him saying any dumbass and coming on some transatlantic shit or any of that. His deal he got in the United States, he got that shit quietly. No one even knew this fish-eyed nigga was dead. You know what I'm saying? One minute we was looking, the next minute, there you go. You know what I'm saying? And he was real silent about that too. He don't jump out in the water. He's not a boisterous type of guy. He's actually trying to find his lane and find his place. Can we be wrong? I mean, can we judge him for that? Ain't that what we expected the other guy to do? I mean, what more do you want from this guy? What more do you want? You know what I'm saying? From Fish Eyes. He's Fish Eyes.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad that you said that, Your Honor. Let me see. Can I share my screen?
I just want to make sure that the counselor, are you finished deliberating?
Yeah, I'm deliberating. Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Can I share my screen, Your Honor? Let me see if this will share. Can you put that up, Your Honor?
No, it's not working. So go ahead.
There we go. Okay. So counsel says that Red Eyes is a good promoter doing what he's supposed to do.
Club level UK promoter.
Okay. And if you go to the club, right? If you go to the club, you're gonna go to the club and you're gonna see an amaretto sour is gonna be in the club. You're gonna know what that is. There's gonna be some gin. There's gonna be, some women walking around with some highly questionable clothes. You're gonna know that. Those are things you know. I have no idea who the fuck these people are on this screen. I've never heard of.
Oh my goodness, Prosecution.
Oh, my bad. I've never heard of Michelin Man. I have no idea who this dude is. All right. If you scroll down, this dude right here, and I have both of these dudes look suspect. These niggas look like these people look like they're about to rob a bank right now. I know him. Here, I have no idea who these people are.
I know him.
Yeah.
I know. Your Honor, they do look like the Italian job.
Objection. That's
order. Let
the Martinez. He got
Let
beat
the
by
prop.
Hold on. Look, he got beat by Julio Cesar Martinez. You know what I'm saying? And they called the fight back in his favor because Martinez got dropped, and his goofy ass stood up and said, "Rules is rules, I guess." Never forget it. Yeah, that's who he is.
Bet. Now, anyways, I'll keep going back on. This guy looks like cracked out Frodo Baggins. This guy looks like Billy Joe Saunders. This guy right there. Now, I know that's not Billy Joe Saunders. I know that. This I know. I know that's not. This a dude. I don't know which one of these guys is Bentley, and I don't know which one is Cash. But both of these guys right here look like they stole cash. They look like they both left a bank robbery right now. I have no idea. Now, Counsel Supreme Beast may know one of these four people that is on this screen. He may know them. There is three others, Your Honor. So if Frank Warren was such a good promoter, club level promoter, which club is he promoting these fighters in? Because I've never seen any of them in my entire life. Never. I have no idea who they are. All I know is this dude looks retarded. This dude looks like he got Down syndrome. That's Billy Joe Saunders. And this dude looks like a souped up, cracked out Robert Easter Jr. I have no idea who any of these people are. Not. And if I would have put it like this and said Michelin Man versus Edwards, you wouldn't have known anybody on this screen either.
Objection, Your Honor. I know that nigga too, because that's Charlie Edwards' little brother.
Okay.
Overruled. Continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you,
Prosecutor.
Your Honor. I say again, Your Honor. I say again, Your Honor and members of the jury. Okay, I guarantee you, out of everyone in here, the only person that knows anything about any of these people is Counsel Supreme Beast. Maybe Counsel Oddfella may know who they are because he's into this stuff, or finding the smaller, nobody knows boxers and actually looking up on them. But if it's not Counsel Oddfella or Counsel Supreme Beast, nobody in here knows anything about anybody that's on here. But all of these people are promoted by Red Eyes. All these people. So if Red Eyes is so good, why isn't he promoting anybody on here? And let's do something else. Isn't Carl Frampton still with Red Eyes? Doesn't Red Eyes do something with Carl Frampton?
Yeah, because he left McWiggins. He left McWiggins.
He retired.
He is retired now.
No, but doesn't my question, Your Honor, is doesn't Red Eyes work with Carl Frampton? Didn't he work with him before he retired?
Yeah, because he left McWiggins.
Thank you, Your Honor. I swear to you, I did not know Jamel Herring and Carl Frampton were fighting until the week of the fight. I had no idea. They were fighting until the week of the fight. No idea. But
now, hold on. Frampton don't fight with Fish Eyes. He fight with Eddie Hearn, huh?
Okay. Again, I say to Your Honor, I had no idea, nothing about Carl. Matter of fact, the last thing I knew of Carl Frampton was he was ducking Guillermo Rigondeaux and fighting Leo Santa Cruz. That is the last I knew of Carl Frampton. And all that time, he was with Red Eyes. All of that time. He went to Eddie, another liar. He went to him later on. But all that other time, he was with Red Eyes. I did not know who he was. All I knew is he was a coward. He ducked Guillermo Rigondeaux, and he fought Leo Santa Cruz, and he ducked Gary Russell. If that is good promotion, I don't want anything to do with it, Your Honor. So I say to you again, he's running around here talking about how he's this great, he's good, he's a good promoter. He's a liar. He's a blatant liar. And I will prove that, Your Honor, because he has Tyson Fury's contract as well. But again, remember, they're saying Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury's contract expired. No, it didn't. Because if you remember correctly, Top Rank, in association with Red Eyes, moved the date for Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder twice, only to say it expired. So I am proving my case that Red Eyes is a blatant liar, an obvious to God liar. He is horrible for the sport. He doesn't promote anything. You can't even tell me, bro, he didn't even promote the Tyson Fury fight, let alone be. How is he a good promoter? Who does he promote? Who's he promoting, Your Honor? Meth. He's promoting methamphetamines versus Edwards. That's what he's promoting. I have no idea who this. I have no idea what he does. While counsel says He's the kind of promoter that we want. You know, he's to the side. He's allowing the fighters to be in the spotlight.
I didn't say we want that shit.
Your Honor. He said he's allowing the fight. He's you don't see him you don't see him up front. You see he's in the back. He's doing his thing in the back. Your Honor, what I would say is he is a promoter. That is his title of his job. If his job, Your Honor, what is he promoting? And who is he promoting? And the definition of promotion is to be on Front Street, pretty much, bigging up the person that you're representing. I am going to take the person that I represent. I am going to be the mouthpiece for them. I am going to either lie my ass off or I'm going to give the facts about how good this fighter is. Is he even promoting Joe Joyce? Isn't Joe Joyce fighting Usyk? Isn't he Joe Joyce's promoter? The last I checked.
No,
we don't hear anything about Joe Joyce. Nothing. I haven't heard anything about Joe Joyce since he beat Dubois. And Dubois was promoted by Red Eyes too. Yeah. He didn't retire. How come Red Eyes isn't out here talking about we want to get Dubois back in here fighting someone like maybe Jared Anderson or Jarrell Miller or Gerald Washington or anybody? How come Red Eyes doesn't? Now remember, before Dubois and Joe Joyce fought, Red Eyes was all over the place, bigging Dubois up. Everywhere he turned around, he was like, "Oh, Dubois versus Deontay Wilder, that's a great fight." Well, Your Honor, I ask, what happened to that now? Where is the promotion? Is Dubois alive? Did that man die? I see zero promotion. This man is a bald-faced liar. He is getting paid to do nothing. And I challenge anybody to show me otherwise.
Okay, so Your Honor, like I said, he is a good club level fighter. Good club level promoter. You stay in the city that never sleep. What club have you been to that the drinks wasn't watered down? He promotes. Okay. You can hold up because I let you get it out. Hold up. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have this stricken for the record, but now I'm joking. Go ahead.
Okay, so like I said,
objection, Your Honor. I object.
What's the objection?
Your Honor, counsel says, what clubs have we gone to that have or drinks haven't been watered down? Your Honor, I will say this again. The drinks may have been watered down, but we knew the name of them. You watered down gin, you watered down Hennessy, you watered down whatever the case may be. This Frank Warren is watering down, and we don't even know it's liquor. We've never heard of it before in our life. We have no idea what he's watering down, and he's still watering it down.
Okay. So like I was saying, the drinks is watered down. Now you don't know what's in the bottle. You go just see a Hennessy bottle. It might be some brisk iced tea in that mug. You know what I'm saying? So we not go, but at the same time, he is doing this UK level. You know what I'm saying? He's not promoting, boasting, and bragging like the other guy, like the opposition.
Objection, Your Honor.
What are you objecting?
Your Honor, isn't boasting and bragging promoting?
Yes.
Isn't his job title a promoter? So counsel is proving me right that he is a liar because his job title is promoter and he is not boasting and bragging. So he is not promoting. He is a liar.
Sustained. That's true, counselor.
What I was trying to say is he's not out here lying that these fights are world class. He's not lying about that. He putting it to you just what it is. If you know him, you know him. If you don't, you don't. This is UK event. The world is welcome, but this is for the UK. The opposition is lying, saying that these are world-class fights that they putting on early in the daytime. The fight tomorrow with Conor Ben that the opposition is putting up, they're putting out like it's a world-class event. Fisheye's not doing that. He's telling you the truth. This is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like he out here fronting. You don't catch him fronting like the opposition.
Objection.
Hold on.
What are you objecting?
Your Honor, I say again, boasting and bragging to include what
I said
Council
front,
Supreme to
front is
include what
lying.
Council
My fault. My fault. Lying. He not out here lying like the opposition or like
No.
Bob. You
Your
don't
Honor,
hold on. You don't hear Fish out.
Order. Let him proceed, please.
You're not gonna hear Fish out.
Prosecutor.
Run around saying I got to fight. I signed a fight between Deontay Wilder and Dubois. He's not saying that. He's saying, yo, the fight is signed between Joe Joyce and Dubois. They fighting on this date. He's not lying.
and then how is he? He's lying because he is a promoter.
Hold on.
Who's he promoting?
You know what I'm saying? That's why I let you get it all out. Because it was
You didn't. I didn't get it out. Who's he promoting?
Don't try to stop me with the rock. Don't try to stop me with the rock. All I'm saying is he's not lying about fights being made. He's saying that this the card, you just pulled it up. This the card, this what it's gonna be. It's no propaganda of what we can do over here. Queensberry is what we got. This is what we got. This is what it is. Do you want the Reggie or no? Reggie bags right here. Reggie nickel bags right here. To me, that's not a lie. That's people being upset because it's a Reggie nickel bag.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? I rest my case. That's it. That's all I'm saying. That's not a lie. He's not lying.
Okay, I agree with you.
So you resting your case? Any closing arguments?
Yes.
Before we render verdict?
Yes, absolutely. Because Council Supreme says he didn't lie about selling the Reggie. You are correct, sir. You are correct.
I believe you had a witness. 503 Lion was a witness.
Yes, 503 Lion. Oh, yes, indeed. But I wanted to say, Your Honor, that is not the lie that I was saying he told. The lie that I was saying he told is he said he is a promoter. Okay, so what using Council Supreme's terminology, he is saying I have the gas, but I'm selling you the Reggie. Yep. That's what he's saying.
No. Objection, Your Honor. Objection.
What are you objecting? Counselor?
A promoter is saying I got the pack, not gas. The pack. The pack.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Pack.
Okay. He said the pack. He sustained. He said.
Got it. He's got the pack. Okay. I will say to you again. Fish Eyes is saying he is a promoter. How is he promoting the pack? Because saying either you're going to watch it or you're not going to watch it, that is not promoting.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection, Your Honor.
Your Honor. That is what he said.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection.
Overrule. Bring the witness. The jury and the court want the witness to be bring forth if you can prosecute.
My witness, Mr. 503, are you in the building?
Yeah.
Now, Council Supreme said, Red Eyes is not all in Front Street. I beg to differ, and I'm going to leave it up to my witness to articulate on that.
Yeah.
Objection.
Okay.
Well, what are you objecting? Counselor?
I finally get my witness talking.
You can't badger. Listen, Counselor. We are not running the kangaroo court. You know, you can't badger the witness. You can't badger him.
It works.
Damn it. There he is. Never mind.
Are you back, 503? Are you all right?
Yeah. I had to switch over to the laptop PC so I can get some order, and I want to display my exhibit.
Oh wow!
Quick.
So you have an exhibit. Proceed.
Right now, your counselor said, Mr. Supreme B said that he's been moving quietly, and he's been out of the media's eye, correct? Well, if you type in Frank Warren in the YouTube search engine, you have multiple interviews of him doing interviews, speaking on all type of situations. You got him talking about Eddie Hearn and Triggerman Daniel Canahan in one interview. You got him talking about Frank Warren in another interview. Let's see. You also got him talking about update on Joyce Usyk reflects on Fury Wilder, Warrington Laws, Johnson, and Parker. It's multiple interviews of Frank Warren running his mouth. He may not do it at the rate of Eddie the Germ Hearn goes, but he's still a fish in the sea, and he's still out here flashing these ugly fish eyes in front of any camera that he can get in front of. So therefore, Supreme Beats is showing inconsistency in his testimony, Your Honor.
Okay, Your Honor. To break this down, you could leave that up. This is perfect. You could have left that up, because on one hand, I got the prosecutor telling me that he not promoting, but when we search his name up in the search engine, we just see a whole bunch of shit of him promoting. And it wasn't about, hold up,
Counsel.
It ain't about him lying. It's not about none of that in on those clips that I see. Anything about him lying about a Fury AJ fight.
That's true.
It's about him promoting the fighters that he was just saying. I mean, just a few seconds ago, BFTB was just saying that he don't know what the hell Daniel Dubois at. The search engine shows they just did an interview. The plaintiff was just saying that we're supposed to be dealing with Usyk and Joyce. The search engine just showed he was talking about that. He's doing it on a UK level. You know what I'm saying? So what you want the man to do? He not out here lying like he know he got Reggie.
Perfect. I'm glad you say that. I am glad my witness put that up there, and I'm glad you tried.
Is the witness done? Is the witness?
He put himself.
Oh, he rests his case.
Yeah,
he rests the case.
I rest my case, Your Honor. Counselor Supreme is showing inconsistencies in his testimony. He's switching the stance like a switch hitter in the ring. 1 minute he says this, and the next minute is that. Can you please stay on code of what you're saying?
Now, Counselor,
first you said he wasn't saying anything.
Order.
Can I please
let him go. Let the witness talk. Let the witness talk. And
I've been quiet this whole time.
You will be able to question the witness if you want and ask him whatever when he's done.
So at the beginning of his testimony, he said that his client was absolutely quiet and not saying anything. And I just showed you that was a lie. That is what Supreme Beast said, Cadillac, aka Mr. Cadillac Red from New Orleans, but he resides in Virginia now. That is what the man said, okay? So which one is it? Is he promoting or is he quiet, not saying anything? Please let me know. Or what are you going to switch it to now? I rest my case, Sean.
If you was listening all the way, you would heard me say he was being quiet about the fight between AJ and Fury and all that debacle and bullshit going on. He's been quiet on that.
He has not, Supreme. He has not been quiet. It's an interview.
Hold up. Because I'm supposed to be asking the questions, right?
Go.
So in what you showed, in what you just showed in your exhibit, was it none? It was no headliner with AJ and Fury. It was all other shit that he was talking about, real business, not lying, fronting ass, capping ass business. It was what was actually going on, and they asked about that.
I only showed you one exhibit. I have multiple exhibits.
No. You showed a whole list of videos that in the search.
That was only one.
I'm asking the question.
I'm answering it for you, brother. You gotta let me answer the question.
Okay. So
I showed you.
Let me ask the question.
Okay. What's your question, bro?
The videos you showed, him handling other business and being asked about that unification match, correct?
What are you asking?
The exhibit that you showed, but all them videos, all those was him handling other business and then being asked about a trilogy, not him Not a yo. This is what I got to say about the. I mean, not trilogy, the unification. This is what I got to say about you. He not out here like that, right? Ain't that what your search engine showed, right?
No.
What did it show?
It showed your client doing multiple interviews, running his mouth when you clearly stated that he was being quiet and behind the scenes.
About a unification match. That's what I said he's being quiet about. But
he's not being quiet about that neither. He's not being quiet about the unification either.
So
like I said, that was only one. That was only one exhibit.
So
I have multiple exhibits.
Hold up. Yeah. Your Honor. Now, this is he's saying that in this one that he just showed, what I'm asking him is incorrect, but he wants to show another one. Like
I never said I wanted to show another one. I never said that, bro.
He could show.
Did I ask the judge?
I believe he said he had multiple exhibits.
I had multiple, but I never said I wanted to show another one because I already proved my point, counselor.
Okay. Like I said, I didn't see anything with that was the headline in those videos.
Okay. Well, maybe the CBD you're smoking is impairing your vision.
I didn't see. You want to pull that back up for me one more time? Where that's the headline. AJ Fury fight is the headline. Make sure the stenographer type the shit in right.
Your Honor, I feel like he's like badgering my witness.
Please count.
Because he's saying I'm saying something that I didn't say. I gotta show him what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like what
he does have a right to defend himself. Counsel.
Like, what about I can't just let that ride.
I mean prosecutor, prosecutor.
I want to rewind it to the beginning so you can hear what I said about the unification, him being quiet.
It's not what you said. You did not say nothing about the unification. What you added that on.
I said he being quiet, unlike Bob, unlike Eddie Hearn.
Yeah, but not just about the unification though. You're just adding that.
What else would I be talking about? What other business do them three niggas got?
Exactly my point on why I called the man a liar.
I'm playing right now, man.
Exactly. Okay, Your Honor. Okay, Your Honor. Here it goes again. Here goes again. And what does it say?
For the court and the jury.
Is this a different search engine than the one you just did? Because I don't see.
Is it witness? Is it witness 503 lying?
No, this is the same exact one. This is Frank Warren interview.
Okay,
this is
so
the same exact one.
Show me where Dubois was at in the joint, because you just showed me that, right?
Well, you know, Your Honor, he's badgering my witness. Oh,
I'm just saying, show me what the video you just put up.
Your Honor,
and my witness. What he did was switch it up. Your Honor, he switched it up. AJ and Fury.
Prosecutor. Order.
He getting beat.
Order.
I'm just saying.
He getting beat, Your Honor. He's losing. He's all over the place, man.
Then he try to put something else in the circle, Your Honor. Come on.
Your Honor, this is what
Let's get to the closing arguments, gentlemen.
They're trying to get me real quick.
Let me talk.
Order. We're not running the kangaroo court, gentlemen.
Thank you. I let him talk all this time.
Gotta be quick.
You know, he's not letting me talk. Your Honor, what my witness put on there, he just typed in Frank Warren interview to prove that Frank Warren has been speaking. He has been doing interviews. The topic got moved to Anthony Joshua from Counsel Supreme Beast. It got moved from that. That was not what was said. What was said was Counsel Supreme Beast said Frank Warren is not out there in Front Street. He's not out there. He's behind the scenes. My witness proved that he is not behind the scenes. He is out there. He is literally out there. And then Counsel Supreme said, about the AJ fight and blah, blah, blah. So my witness put in AJ Fury. And hence you saw a whole bunch to prove that he is speaking about AJ Fury. Here's the issue where I say, the prosecution says, he is a liar because I have been saying this from the beginning. He is claiming to be a promoter. He is out there, yeah. He's and my witness has shown that he is out there. You know that. Who knows? You're a promoter. You're supposed to be promoting. You're supposed to be the one bragging and boasting about a particular fighter. You are a promoter. That is your job. That's your job. That's like saying that you are a police officer, but I'm not leaving the house. I'm a cop, yeah, but I'm just staying in my house. No, you got to go out and walk. You got to go to the streets. You got to go on the streets. That is your job. If you say you're a police officer and you just stay home, you're not a police officer. You're a liar. So I'm proving to you that it's like saying you're a prostitute and you ain't leaving the house. Bitch, you better walk the streets. You better do something. But you're just going to stay in the house. You're not a prostitute then. You're lying. So I'm proving to you, and my witness proved that yes, he's out there. Yes, he is talking about things, but you ain't promoting anything. No one cares or knows what he's doing. We literally have to look it up to realize that this man is actually promoting. He's actually doing something, but he's not promoting because don't nobody care and don't nobody see it. And I rest.
Okay.
Your Honor, can I just play my last little exhibit from the stenographer? They just handed me the paper of what I actually said, and I just put it on that.
And after that, we're gonna render verdict after.
Make sure you play the whole thing.
In the beginning of my string, in the beginning of my whole argument, this is what I said. Actually,
against who? Against my witness.
In the beginning of my opening statement. This is what I said. If you would listen, please. You know what I'm saying? He's not out here with the shenanigans of the other guy. Throughout this whole time of this Tyson Fury debacle, you know what I'm saying? He's been the only one that's been silent. Did you hear that?
I'm glad you said that.
I clearly hold up. This is my turn.
Show me he wasn't.
You had your turn.
Show me he wasn't.
Order. He's right. He's right.
I'm the last
right.
one to speak.
He's right, prosecutor, with all due respect.
I'm the last one to speak because I'm defending. Thank you. Now, if you clearly heard me say throughout this whole Tyson Fury debacle.
You did not go to the beginning.
That is the beginning of me.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
It's the beginning of you speaking to my witness, not the beginning.
No, that is the beginning of me opening my whole statement.
I'm going back myself. I don't believe
you can do it. This is great. You can do it too. I'm not alone. And once he does this, I rest. Just like that. Go back around about 42, 41 minutes. It'll be right there for you.
We started talking before that.
We started talking like an hour. We came in at like an hour. That's why I say go back like 41 minutes. You was talking, you was doing your other shit. Yeah, you see in my opening statements. This is beautiful.
Oh, I'm definitely going to your opening statements because
okay, that's great. Because I know what I said.
Order, fellas, one at a time. It's getting kangarooish. Proceed.
I played my piece. He's nodding as if he agrees because that's what I said. Oh, unless
no, I'm not nodding as if
okay. Did I say anything? What did I say? Did I say I didn't say that?
Okay, I will say again, Your Honor. What I said, what I am prosecuting.
No. I'm talking about what I said.
You're not moving the goalpost.
I played my clip. I played my clip. You said I didn't say that.
You can play
your clip. You said I didn't say that.
Your clip of whether you said it or didn't say it, which I haven't got to yet.
Okay, do that then. That's what
not what's on trial. Yeah. It's not what's on trial.
All right, gentlemen, let's get to it so that we can render verdict, please.
I told you.
Your Honor, he is not on trial.
So then that means counter arguments then. Closing arguments.
He's not on the closing argument. You are not on trial. Frank Warren is.
I know, but what I'm trying to explain to y'all is, in the beginning, I said in this Tyson Fury debacle, somehow y'all got lost in the translation. I say he being quiet, period. Y'all trying to keep that on the record. We need that taken off the record and say what I actually said. You see what I'm saying? I need on the record.
You know
hold up. I need on the record that it was evidence.
I'm not even going to waste my time. I'm not even going to waste my time going back. Your Honor, I'm not going to waste my time going
Order in the court.
Your Honor,
I'm about to just render verdict. I'm about to just render verdict.
Wait one second, Your Honor.
It's getting too kangaroo-ish. The jury's getting unruly.
You're right, Your Honor. If counsel says he didn't say that, I have no problem with that. He's not on trial. I'm not going to waste my time going back to look at it because he's not on trial. Who's on trial is Frank Warren. That's who's on trial. He said Frank Warren didn't do this and didn't do that. My witness proved he did. Frank Warren, I'm telling you that Frank Warren is a liar because he's claiming he's a promoter. He didn't promote it because no one knew about it. My witness had to go search it up to find it. We shouldn't have to search. We can look here and we can say, oh, well, Eddie Hearn said this. And we know that because he's always out there promoting, as good or bad or whatever you want to call him. He's promoting. He is a promoter. You can say, oh, Bob Arum isn't that good, but we know that Bob Arum is out here saying stuff. He's doing stuff. He's promoting stuff. Frank Warren is not. And that's what I'm trying to prove to you. It has nothing to do with whether or not Counsel Supreme says something before or after. What it is right now is this man is not doing, he's lying by saying he's doing something that he isn't.
Is my turn now? That's it? It's my turn, right?
Yeah.
All the exhibits shown were that he's clearly doing his job as a promoter, and he's not lying that he's world class and world level with his whole promotion, his Queensberry little boxer organization. He's understanding that everything is club level, and he's trying to keep that club level, and he popping in the club. That's what it is. He's not lying about any of that, and that's all I got.
All right, we're gonna render verdict. In the case of Old Fish Eyes versus the LDBC case 23.7, we find Frank Warren guilty on all charges.
Send, I want this dude under the jail.
Y'all niggas cheated me, but it's all good though.
You did good though.
I like Frank Warren. You know what I'm saying?
You did good.
I don't like Frank Warren, so I'm cool with the nigga go. But y'all niggas try to swindle me real good, real quick. 503 put the exhibit up, switch it up, twist it back, caught him. He laughing at shit. He didn't. Hold up. It get better. BFTB heard me say the right shit. It heard me not lie.
I didn't.
Hold up. He shook his head again and said, you know what? My brother not even on trial though. We talking about fish.
I would tell you that if I heard it. I didn't.
The pivot shake move is a Akeem Olajuwon worthy, BFTB.
I hear what you're saying.
Y'all got me, but it was fish eyes, so it's all Gucci. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
If I would have heard you.
Oh, man. The sound of defeat is so hilarious.
All right. Do we got enough time for the next case on the docket? Or are we all down? Steels.
Do we have enough time for the third case in the IBO?
Yeah.
The IBO. I think I want to defend that.
Well, you would have to tag team with me, because I'll be defending the IBO as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna tag team with you, homie. I want to defend that. Who's prosecuting?
503.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
yes. 503. You got a tool. It's yeah. We gotta let this one rock. 503 ain't get like a solid case in a couple weeks. So yeah, this bonus features, y'all.
Yeah, why not, man? I mean, we got some people in the chat, and I think they finding this very entertaining. I think the brothers have been doing really good, win or lose. I like Brother BFTB, Supreme, of course. He's always funny. Our fella is, our fella, and stay ready, man. I think we're doing pretty good. But I would like to present my my case, man. I'm bringing this to the judge and to the jury. I think we have to start considering the IBO a minor championship, aka the junior varsity belt. This is the LDBC versus the IBO. Like I said, my charges are, once again, considering this belt a minor belt, and trickery of the fans. Because when fans see this belt, they think that whoever holds this belt,
The impersonation of a major title.
the impersonation of a major title. There you go. They think whoever has this belt, they think this guy is a major champion. For example, we have Jerron Boots Ennis fighting for this belt tomorrow. He fought for the belt in his last fight against Van Herten, and I think a lot of fans were tricked into thinking that Boots Ennis was a major champion, especially the casual fans. I'm not talking about guys like brothers on the panel like yourself, Judge, or Brother BFTB, or Prosecutor R-Fella, Cadillac Red, or Stay Ready, myself included. But the impersonation of a major champion is very, very serious in the sport of boxing. I think we have way too many belts in the sport of boxing. Way too many belts. But that's a whole nother case within itself. And the IBO is not helping. Case in point being, you don't need the IBO to be undisputed. You don't need the IBO to unify the division. Last time I checked, if my memory serves me correct, I thought that you only needed the WBC, the IBF, the WBA, and now they just added the WBO belt. So what do we need an IBO belt for? For what exactly? What does that help fighters do? What do they accomplish by getting the IBO belt? By adding more confusion to the division, confusing the fans, impersonating like you're the creme de la creme of your division, when actuality you're not. I think most fighters value the lineal and the Ring Magazine belt more than they do the IBO. Now, I would like to bring a witness to the stand, Your Honor, if I may.
Proceed. Who's the witness?
Mr. Stay Ready Boxing TV.
Do you promise to tell the truth and all the truth and keep it true?
I'm gonna keep it real. That's the only way I know how.
Proceed.
Okay, Mr. Stay Ready.
Yes, sir.
How long have you known about the IBO belt, and what does this belt mean to you as a boxing fan?
I've known about the IBO for about six to 7 years, top. But it, honest to God, it really don't have no significance to me because it's a JUCO belt. It's something that they're trying to bring to the whole, but it has no relevancy as of right now.
Do you know Jerron Boots Ennis, who's fighting tomorrow on the Showtime main event card?
Yes, I know who Jerron Boots Ennis. Future
Would
champion.
you consider Jerron Boots Ennis a major champion if he wins tomorrow and he gets this IBO belt?
No.
Why not?
Because they won't nobody recognize him as a title. He'll still be ranked as a contender fighting for a title, even if he has that belt. It's nothing that's recognizing him as of right now to that belt. I mean, to a major sanctioning body. He can still fight as a mandatory with that title. Key example, Chris Eubank.
Right. And that's a good point, and I'm glad you said that. Now, you have friends and family members that you consider casual fans, i.e. ESG or J-Dog, the Young Hog, correct?
Yeah, correct.
So, if they was to watch this fight tomorrow night with you, let's say at your spot or at a bar or something like that, and they see Jerron Boots Ennis win and get this belt, and you explain to them what kind of belt that is, do you think they will be confused about the situation?
Most definitely. Because at the point that's when they're going to say, they're going to ask me, why is there so many belts in boxing?
Mm. So you will really have to explain to them the state of that belt and what that means, correct?
Exactly. I really would.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
Any counter arguments or opening statements
Stay ready.
Yes.
or questions? Oh,
What
sorry.
did you pick for that fight? Against Lipinets.
For
Your exact pick for the Lipinets versus Jerron Boots Ennis fight.
I predicted a knockout. I predicted it is going to be maybe about a 5th or 6th round knockout from Jerron Boots.
Now, typically, with spectacular knockouts that happen like in the 5th or 6th round, after that happens, is that the typical conversation after a spectacular knockout? What type of belt is that? Why are there so many belts in the sport of boxing? After you just saw a spectacular knockout, is that typical conversation?
It's not a typical conversation, but the reason the conversation will rise is because after a knockout like that and they see him collect the title, they're going to ask me, well, oh, he's a champion now? What belt is that he's fighting for? Those are the type of questions that will arise.
Counselor BFTB, do you have any questions for the for Stay Ready?
Yes, I do, Counsel Alfella. I will ask so I will ask Witness Mac.
Yes.
What is your level of love or hate for Roy Jones?
My level of Roy Jones,
You're either
as a
love or hate.
fighter,
Do you love the man as a fighter? Do you hate the man? What is your level of love or hate for a
I love
fighter?
him as a fighter, hate him as a person.
You love Roy Jones as a fighter, you hate him as a person. Okay.
Yep.
What is your level of love or hate for Lennox Lewis?
I think he's one of the greatest heavyweights to ever get in the ring. Love Lennox Lewis.
Lennox Lewis is one of the greatest heavyweights to ever get in the ring.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think Lennox Lewis is absolutely one of the greats. I think Roy Jones is also one of the greatest fighters to ever live. Your Honor, can I share my?
Agree.
Okay, good. Can I share my screen, Your Honor?
No problem. You have an exhibit?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Proceed.
I would look at this exhibit of one of the greatest heavyweight fighters to ever live, and I would ask you to tell me what belt that is.
I believe me and the jury believe that is the IBO belt.
That is the IBO. Thank you, Your Honor. I would also ask you to look closely at this undisputed lineal heavyweight champion of the world, and I would ask you to tell me where is the other belts? What belts does the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world have? Which belts does he have, Your Honor?
Me and the jury will believe it to be the IBF, the WBA, the WBO, and the Ring Magazine titles, if I'm correct.
And the IBO, Your Honor. You missed the IBO.
Sorry, and the IBO.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. So the last undisputed lineal heavyweight champion of the world, the man, held the IBO belt. I'm just throwing it out there, Your Honor. Just want everybody to be heard.
Can I cross-examine the prosecutor?
Your Honor, you can't cross-examine the prosecutor. You cross-examine the witness.
I'll leave it open for you to counter argue after he makes his point. If you don't
no
mind,
problem.
There's
no problem.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor. I just wanted to make sure.
Okay, no problem making my points. Your Honor, I will say to you that this is Mr. Y'all Must Have Forgot. And I will say this guy is arguably one of the, if not the greatest fighter to ever fight. I would say that to you. There's an argument that we can have. I will tell you, Your Honor, that belt that's hanging over Mr. Y'all Must Have Forgot's shoulder is the IBO belt. That's what I will tell you, Your Honor. So if you scroll out here and you look at all the belts that he does possess, I will tell you, Your Honor, I do not see a WBO belt. I see WBA. Actually, that's not even WBA. WBA's down here. There's an NBA, WBC, IBF, and an IBO. Your Honor, I will say that two of the greatest fighters to ever fight hold the IBO belt. Your Honor, I will also say that in the mix of all confusion of multiple belts here and multiple belts there, I will say to Your Honor, there is no IBO super belt. Your Honor, there is no IBO gold belt. Your Honor, there is no IBO silver belt. Your Honor, there is only one IBO belt. There's only one. So when you look at all the other belts and how they came into fruition, the WBA used to be something else. The WBC used to be like the NBC. Those were different belts. They manifested into this. They manifested into what they are. I will say to you right now, in lieu of the IBF belt, right, which is the only major belt that doesn't have the confusion that the others do, then I would say to you, Your Honor, that the IBO and the IBF are the only belts where if you win them, you are the champion of that. There is no one else. It's just you. So if you win that belt, then whoever is going to try to or attempt to fight for the IBF or the IBO belt is going to have to fight you. They're not gonna. There is no. I'm gonna fight the guy behind Roy Jones to get the IBO belt. No. You're gonna fight Roy Jones. There is no. I'm gonna fight the guy behind Mr. Lennox Lewis. No, you're gonna fight Lennox Lewis to get that belt. You're gonna fight him to get that belt. And the only way you're gonna get the IBO belt, the only way you're gonna be even called an IBO champion, is if the champion vacates it. You're not going to be able to be called the IBO champion because this guy is the franchise IBO. You're not going to be able to call the IBO champion because this guy is the gold IBO, or this guy's the silver IBO, or this guy's the platinum IBO, or this guy's the super IBO, or this guy's the global IBO. Your Honor, I say to you, all of those names that I just mentioned are actual titles in other sanctioning bodies. There is no Mayan IBO belt. There is no Diamond IBO belt. You are the IBO champion, and that's all you are. You are the champion, and that's all you are. So in the sport, we claim that there's so much confusion with all these extra belts, like Council 503 so eloquently put. The IBO removes that confusion because if you are the IBO champion, there is no other champion. It's just you. There is no, we need to unify the IBO belts. There is no, oh man, well, there's a super, a Wallopalooper, and a meritorious, a diamond, a gold, a platinum, and a silver. There is just the IBO champion. So to my point, to my adversary, Council 503. So when he says there's so much confusion, we don't need another belt, he is correct. We need to get rid of the WBC. We need to get rid of the WBA. We need to get rid of those belts because there's too many of those. There is only one IBO belt.
And we rest our kids, Your Honor.
Counter argument for the prosecution.
Yes, thank you, Judge. I want to say this. That was a great presentation by both, prosecutors, Mr. BFTB and Mr. Arthur. Great combination. My thing with the whole testimony and presentation is this. Are they insinuating, are they persuading you to believe that you need the IBO to be undisputed? Is that what you're trying to do, Mr. BFTB?
Your Honor, can you please share my screen yet again?
Because from what I saw, you pointed out two of the greatest fighters ever to lace up a pair of gloves in Mr. Lennox Lewis and Roy Jones Jr., who were in fact undisputed before the WBO belt. Now, my charges are simply confusion of the fans and impersonating a major champion from what the IBO is doing. The IBO belt is not a major championship. Those are my charges. So you pulling up to unified undisputed champion does what for the IBO? It's been plenty of great fighters who held the IBO, but have they kept the IBO?
Objection. Plenty of great fighters have kept the IBO. One being Vladimir Klitschko.
Lennox Lewis kept the IBO belt until he retired.
Okay. Proceed.
Your Honor, I will say, Council 503 says, are we saying that the IBO belt, you need that for undisputed? I will say to you this, Your Honor, again to Council 503's point of him saying there's two belts. The last undisputed lineal heavyweight champion of the world held the IBO belt and not the WBO. As a matter of fact, Your Honor, the WBO belt was around, Your Honor. And the king...
Objection. That's false.
Your Honor, false. It was around. Yes, it was around.
No, it was not.
And Lennox Lewis said, if I wanted that belt, I would have went and got it. I didn't want it. That's what he said.
Sustained, I believe it was 503. I believe it was.
It was. And I tell you verbatim what Lennox Lewis said, because they said to him, you didn't hold the WBO belt. Lennox Lewis said, I didn't want it. If I wanted that belt, I would have went and got it. Those are his words verbatim. The last undisputed heavyweight lineal champion of the world, and he held the IBO belt. And he was the only one. There was no IBO super or IBO regular that held the IBO while he held that one. There was a WBO, a WBA regular, and a WBA super. As a matter of fact, it was created for him.
Furthermore, there's no elevation. You have to win the IBO belt. You can't just get elevated into that spot. You must win that belt. Whether it's vacated or not, you have to win that belt through fighting it in the ring.
Correct. That belt, like my co-counsel Alfella says, albeit it's a minor title at this time. It has been held when other guys refuse to hold the WBO, as you see on Exhibit A. It has been held. It has been fought for and defended when other guys refuse to fight for and defend the WBO. And furthermore, Your Honor, all of these belts, barring the IBF, all of them, matter of fact, barring the IBF, all of them started out, all of the newer belts, all of them minus the WBC and the WBA, the IBF and the IBO and the WBO all started out as minor titles. They started out that way. They were minor titles. They were elevated. So again, I say the IBO belt has more validity. It's more of a substantial prize, because any fighter who wins the IBO belt knows that he or she is the only IBO champion. There is no confusion, Your Honor, just like the IBF.
No confusion at all.
Your Honor, the IBO was established in '88. Roy Jones and Lennox Lewis was undisputed at that time.
And they both held the belt
proudly.
And neither one of them held the WBO.
Not at all. Yes, the IBO was founded and established in 1998 in the United States.
Objection, Your Honor, because one guy saying 88 and another guy saying in the 1990s.
That's true. That's true. Sustained.
That's my whole point about this stupid ass, excuse me, Your Honor, about this dumb IBO title. Confusion. You
Your
have
Honor,
one.
I
You
never
have
There is
said
no
one.
that.
You have
confusion.
one guy
Yeah,
saying 80s, and you have one guy saying 90s.
Yeah,
Your
that
Honor,
is a
You don't
difference.
even need this belt to be undisputed.
Your Honor, the
But what
person,
are we talking about? In
Your
today's
Honor,
climate, hold
Your Honor, the person that said,
objection.
I let you
no,
talk.
Your
Your
Honor,
I let you
objection.
talk. Let me
Your
talk, bro.
objection, Your
Let me
Honor.
talk, bro.
you're talking about your witness.
The council is
That's your
Order.
arguing
witness.
That's not my
Order.
witness. I didn't
semantics.
ask
Order.
the Supreme. My witness was
Order.
Say Ready. Get your facts correct, counselor. That's
That
not
was
my
not
witness.
that was not my witness.
Well,
Supreme,
I don't know
Supreme is not
who
my
witness he
witness.
is. I didn't call him to the stand.
I didn't call him either. He just jumped up.
Yeah,
He's a part of the jury.
Okay, your jury. The
The
jury.
IBO was established in 1988. There is
Which one is it, man? That's what I want to know. Because
there is
you
no
got one guy
confusion.
saying 88, you got one guy saying 92. You guys need to be.
I
If
never
you
said
guys
that.
are on the same team, get on the same page and say the
Who,
same thing.
who said 92? You never said 92.
Your Honor,
All fellas said that.
No, he
Your
didn't.
Honor,
Order in the court. It's getting kangaroos, gentlemen. It's
Your
getting
Honor,
kangaroos.
These guys have to team up to beat me, and that's still all over the
Team
place.
beat you. What? I don't need a team, bro.
There's nothing all over the place. Everything is all in the open. There's no corruption with the IBO at all. We just had a
Everything's
Error,
out.
unqualified
error,
witness,
error.
unqualified witness jump up into the
88,
deliberation
88
without
or 90, or 92,
without the
whatever you
judge's
said.
approval. Without the
That
What
that
did
judge's
he say?
approval. Motion to strike
Everything's
that.
out in the
Motion
open.
motion to strike. Motion to strike. Supreme Beast boxing statement. Off of the record.
Yes.
okay. I'll allow it. I'm sorry. It's true
Okay.
though.
Your Honor, I will say again, the IBO was established in 1988. Your Honor, do you also know what other sanctioning body was established in 1988? The WBO, Your Honor. Both of them were established in 1988. Both of them. So I don't know why Council 503 is talking about how, we got to get they were both established at the same time. They were both minor titles the same time. Both of them. Lennox Lewis, the last undisputed heavyweight lineal champion, decided to hold the IBO and not the WBO.
Did Lennox Lewis need the IBO to be undisputed, BFTB? Yes or no?
Did he need a WBO? Yes or no?
The WBO wasn't a major title at the time.
Okay, then. Just like the IBO isn't. He didn't need neither one of them, but he held it all the same. Why? Now, why did he hold the IBO and not the WBO?
Because it's a belt. Everybody want to be a champion.
Okay,
but it's a minor belt.
Because it's a championship belt.
It's like Jerome Bruce Ennis want to hold a belt.
Because it's a belt.
You get in the
Why
game, you get a
didn't
belt.
he hold the WBO, which was established at the same time, and it's a minor title? And he said, if I wanted it, I'd go get it. So why?
Because he was already undisputed, bro. You know that.
I'm asking you a question, counsel.
He was undisputed already, bro.
Okay, so why didn't he get that WBO then?
Because he didn't need it. Just like he didn't need the IBO belt, bro.
Okay, he didn't need the IBO. You are correct.
It was a fucking trophy.
You are correct. So why didn't he get the WBO trophy? Because he got the IBO trophy.
He was already undisputed, bro.
You are correct. He was undisputed. And both the IBO and the WBO were trophies. You are correct. I'm agreeing with you. Why did he decide to get one trophy and not the other is what I'm asking you.
Because he didn't need it. That's what I'm telling you.
I didn't think you could answer that. I didn't think you could answer that. Because he wanted the IBO and he went and got it. He didn't want the WBO and said as much. I don't want it. If I wanted it, I'd go get it. And he proudly held the IBO trophy. Proudly. Until he retired. So I will ask you again. If there's too many belts in the sport of boxing, and he, the last lineal undisputed champion, didn't want the WBO, then wouldn't you say the WBO is more irrelevant than the IBO?
No, because now in today's era, the WBO is a major sanctioning body, and you need that belt to be undisputed.
You are correct.
Just like your favorite fighter, who you talk about every other day, Earl Spence Jr., needs that WBO belt to be undisputed.
Not in my mind.
You bash Terrence Crawford for not making that fight.
Not in my mind. He does not need it. No, he does not in my mind. No, he doesn't.
That's in your mind.
That's
But
right.
he
That's
will
what I
never be
said.
undisputed without
And in
that belt.
Lennox, and in Lennox Lewis's mind, he didn't need a WBO either.
Bro, that
But
is
he
a
wanted the
different
IBO.
era of boxing. What
Okay,
do Lennox
that's fine.
Lewis have?
Perfect.
What does Lennox Lewis have to do with today's boxing, bro? You talking
Okay.
about a dude that fought in the 90s and the early 2000s.
You're correct. Now, who is the WBO global champion?
The global champion.
Exactly, nigga. Exactly. The WBO global champion. That is a belt.
You tell me. I don't know.
Exactly. But you're telling me there's too many belts. There is no IBO global.
Order in the court.
No IBO silver. There is no IBO diamond. There is no IBO Mayan. There is no IBO Azteca. There is no IBO Emeritorious. You are the IBO champion, and that is it. There is a WBO global champion.
Of course, they only gonna have one belt per division because don't nobody give a fuck.
They didn't give a fuck with the WBO either.
Who waking up? Who waking up saying, "Oh, well, I got to get the IBO"? Nobody.
Lennox
Who
Lewis.
doing that?
Objection! Objection!
Overrule.
Tomorrow,
Gentlemen. Order. Hold on. Order in the court. Order in the court. Look. One at a time. Straight up. One at a time.
Yes,
I'm just defending myself.
Let's get through this thing.
Your Honor, Counsel 503 said who is waking up to get the IBO belt? Sean Porter just beat Formula Milk for it. Then vacated.
No, he did not.
The only belt. It was the only
Let
belt.
Let him go, prosecutor.
Your Honor,
That
was the only IBO belt. There was not a global. There was not a diamond. There was not an Emeritorious. There was not a silver. There was not a platinum or bronze. There's just the IBO. That is what Sean Porter fought Formula Milk for, and he vacated it, which is the reason why Boots can fight for it. Because if he still had it, then Sean Porter and Jerron Boots Ennis would have to fight for that belt. But he vacated it. There's only one of them. Vacated it, which is why Boots can fight for it. You can't say that in any other division, any other sanctioning body. You can't. There's a WBO global belt that Counsel Oddfella didn't even know about. There is a WBC Emeritorious. There's a WBC Gypsy Queen and Gypsy King, a Prince of Egypt. There's
objection, bro. You making shit up. It's not all that. It's not all that.
So there's not. So how many belts in the WBC?
I don't know, but it ain't no Gypsy Queen and Gypsy King.
Is there more than one WBC belt? Is there more than one WBC belt?
Yes.
Okay. Is there more than one WBA belt?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Is there more than one?
Okay. I'm answering your question. Answer my question.
I'm going to answer everything you say. I'm going to answer you. I promise. Is there more than one WBO belt?
Yes.
Okay, so since in a sport where Counsel 503 said there's too much confusion in 3 sanctioning bodies, there is more than one champion in 3 sanctioning bodies. There's more than one champion. That is confusion. So if you run around here saying, who's the WBC champion? Which one? Diamond? Interim? Platinum? Silver? Which one? If you say who's the IBO champion after tomorrow, you will only be able to say Jerron Boots Ennis. That is it.
Okay.
No confusion.
I answered all your questions. Can you answer some of my questions, Councilman?
I'm listening, Counsel 503.
Thank you. Okay. You said there's money. You said there's more than one belt in the WBC, correct? You asked me that, and I said yes. Now, are all these belts major or minor belts?
You tell me. It's confusion.
See, man, I'm done, bro. He don't want to answer my question, bro.
I'm answering it.
Go ahead.
I'm going to answer your question.
Order.
You're not going to answer my question.
I'm going to answer it.
Look. We going to do synthesis if this thing keep going up.
I'm going to answer it, Your Honor. I'm going to answer him. He asked me, is there more than one major title? I
said all these other
one major belt. That's what you said, a major belt. Is the franchise belt a major belt in the WBC?
Yes, it is.
Is the regular champion in the WBC a major belt in WBC?
No.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No,
yes,
it's not.
it is.
No, bro, because you don't need those belts to be undisputed, bro.
Okay, bro. So is Teofimo Lopez the undisputed champion?
No.
So he's not so Mauricio Suleiman didn't say he's the undisputed champion.
And Mauricio Suleiman eyes, he is. And listen, bro, let me answer the question. Is you gonna let me talk or you gonna keep talking?
Yes or no? Did he say that? Yes or no?
He said that because that's what he feels.
Then he is right? Then he is he is the franchise champion, is the undisputed champion. Because Mauricio Suleiman said that.
That's what he said.
So which one is the major belt then? Clear up the confusion. Clear it up for me. Which one's the major?
Which one is the major what?
Okay, so we're playing dumb now. I'll ask you again.
No, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand what you're saying, bro. Because you're talking fast. I'm trying to understand.
No problem. It's all right. Listen faster, homie. I got you. So what you said to me is that in the sanctioning bodies, there is only one major belt. You asked me this question, BFTB, is there only one major belt in all these sanctioning bodies? That's what you asked me. I said, no, there isn't one major belt because the franchise belt and the WBC real belt are both major belts. You can't even tell me which one there is, and you're telling me there's all this confusion. There is none of this in the IBO. None of it. Teofimo Lopez is the undisputed champion at 135. That's what he is because Mauricio Suleiman said he is. The president.
That's what Mauricio Suleiman said in his eyes. But in most boxing fans' eyes, some people say that he's not undisputed because he haven't fought Devin Haney.
You're correct. Now, is that confusion or is it not?
You say, is that confusion?
I'm asking you a question. Is that confusion from what you just said? Is that confusion or is it not?
No.
So you're not confused.
I'm not confused. Because I understand the politics of boxing. So I'm not confused.
So you're not confused. So who is the champion?
Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney.
How is there two champions?
Because Teofimo Lopez has the franchise, Devin Haney has the WBC belt.
So then so then there's two major championship belts in the WBC is what you're
That's just in one. That's just in one sanctioning body,
so
bro.
Then there's confusion. So which one of these is there two major belts?
You don't need my whole point about it is you don't need the IBO to be undisputed, bro. That's it. My charges are impersonate a major title. Those are my charges.
So which major title is the WBC or the WBC franchise? Which one? Which one is major?
Both of them.
So
because you can win either one of them to be undisputed in Suleiman's eyes. But in my eyes, you gotta beat the man to beat a man.
So do you need both the WBC regular and the WBC franchise?
No.
So you don't need them.
No, you can have either or. If Suleiman, you trying to make a point that people are gonna ride with because the WBC makes
All right. Counselor BFTB, could you please give your closing argument?
Yes, I will.
And get to the point.
No problem. And so eloquently and graciously, the confusion was put forth by Counsel 503 that he himself doesn't even know who the real champion is. It's either Teofimo Lopez.
What are you objecting?
Objection,
I'm going to let you see how you object to my closing arguments.
Because that's false. I understand perfectly. Don't say what I understand. Speak for yourself, bro. Speak for BLTB. Don't speak for 503. Speak for BLTB.
No problem, Your Honor.
Proceed, please.
Supreme Beast, I'm going to ask Supreme Beast a question. Do you understand the way 503 does? Who is the real champion with a franchise belt?
Absolutely.
Okay, who's the real champion?
Both of them.
Both of them, nigga. You heard him? Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So if both of them are the real champion, then how do they become undisputed?
You asking me?
Oh yes.
I thought that was for me. Go ahead, bro.
Oh well, shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Okay, no problem. Mac, I'm wrapping this up, Judge. I'm wrapping this up. Mac,
Yo.
if we have a franchise champion and a WBC champion, then and Counsel 503 is saying, oh, we don't need the IBO to be undisputed. Well, which one of either the franchise or the WBC regular, which one do you need to be undisputed?
The regular here. Franchise.
So you need a regular. Oh, but you need a regular. You need a regular for undisputed.
Yep.
That's what you said. Okay, so if you need a regular, then what's the point of the franchise? Because that's two main belts. So what's the point of that?
They use it for fighters to duck other fighters. That's what the point of it is.
So they created another major title. They created another major title.
Yep. So yep.
So explain to me the definition of best fighting the best to become undisputed. Doesn't that create a dispute? If you win a belt where you don't have to fight the best, you get this belt. You don't have to fight the best, but you claim you're undisputed and the best without fighting the best. How is that clear up confusion?
I got it on the WBC half, but the IBO is still.
Bro, are we
No.
pressing?
No. I'm not asking you none of that.
No. Fuck that. Because I could have sworn this is about the IBO. You stated talking about the WBC. The WBC is already found guilty, bro. What is you talking about?
Objection. Language.
Language, gentlemen. This is a family show.
This is about the IBO. I will say again, there is only one IBO belt. There's only one. And it started out the same way the IBF did and the same way the WBO did, as a minor title. It was elevated. The WBO and the IBF worked their way up, and they got elevated to a major title. You didn't need neither one of them for undisputed. Muhammad Ali never held the IBF or the WBO, ever. So don't tell me what you need for this and for that. What I'm telling you is the IBO is just one. There is no confusion in the IBO. Council 503 said there's too many belts and too many this. I articulated to you all, to Council 503, to yourself, Your Honor, to the jury, and to Mac, to Council Mac. They couldn't tell me. And Council Supreme Beast said both of them are champions. Well, how do you have two champions in the same division, in the same sanctioning body? Which one is the champion here? Their IBO clears up that confusion that's in the WBC and the WBO and the WBA. So I say to Your Honor, the IBO belt is not a pointless belt. It is not a trinket belt. It is not that. The IBO belt is what the other belts should be.
Okay.
Indeed.
Okay.
Should be.
My closing argument is the IBO is a pointless belt. You don't need it in today's era to be undisputed. You need the WBC belt, franchise, or the regular belt. You need the IBF and the WBA super belt to be undisputed in today's era of boxing. That's my closing argument, Shauna. Can you please rule the verdict, please?
No. Don't try to rush him off. No, Your Honor, don't try to rush him off.
Come on, man.
No, Council 503 made a great point. A very great point.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to leave it at this. He made a very great point. You need the WBC, either the franchise or the regular, either one. I don't know which one, either one. You need the IBF, the WBO. So you don't need the WBO Global, but you need the IBF, not the WBO Global. And then you need the WBA Super, not the WBA Regular. But there's only one IBF and there's only one IBO. So if we're talking about confusion, Your Honor, if that's what we're talking about, which is what Council 503 and Council Max said, that there's confusion, there's too many belts. If you only have one IBF and one IBO, where's the confusion? There is confusion with the WBO and the WBO Global. There is confusion with the WBA and the WBA Super. Because the WBA Super doesn't even have mandatories. There is confusion with the WBO Meritorious. WBC Meritorious, Diamond, Gold, Mayan, Azteca. I can run down the litany. Silver and Interim. I can run down the litany. There's all kinds of confusion. Ryan Garcia is the mandatory to the champion, and he's a WBC champion himself. How is a WBC champion a mandatory to a WBC champion? Confusion. The IBO and the IBF have zero confusion.
Your Honor, And to add to that, may I bring something to the stand? A final exhibit.
Yes, you may.
The IBO presents so much clarity. They're able to show us their sanctioning fee schedule. May I run down it, Your Honor? As you see, for these world titles, the clarity and the number breakdown. We may not understand all these numbers breakdown, but the IBO does have it on their website readily for anybody in the public to see it and analyze it. As we see all the way down here to the $1 million purses, we see the breakdowns. The to the fact that we see that the IBO belt, each IBO belt is worth $1,500, but we don't see that type of clarity. We don't see that type of clarity in other sanctioning bodies.
None.
We see that with the IBO. One. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Is that all? On both sides? Okay, so we're going to render verdict then. The LDBC versus the IBO. We find the defense, the IBO, not guilty.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Beyond our way.
So look. Hold on. I just want to point this out to y'all. In this courtroom, the only belts that are respected in this courtroom after today, the judge says, is the WBO and the IBO belts. He ain't respecting nothing else. This is what the nigga said. PFTB. Don't look at me crazy.
That's
This is what he said.
Hey, that's in this courtroom. But when you come to ringside views, the only belt that's respected is the IBF. Period.
Hey, you on the beltway is the IBF nigga to the
I rock
death.
with the IBF.
You know.
Yeah.
But I'll leave you with this. If you rock with the IBF, why do you rock with it? Because it's almost exactly the same as the IBO.
No, I rock with the IBO. But what I'm saying is, the IBO just not. They not.
My only thing with the IBO is it's nothing major against it. It's just they're not pushing themselves to the limit to become a major sanctioning body.
Okay, so if they do become a major sanctioning body, then what?
I'm rocking with them.
If they become a major sanctioning body, they and the IBF are the best belts in boxing.
Yeah, and I'm rocking with the IBO. If they become a major sanctioning body, I rock with them.
Hey, real talk though, shit. Y'all got me fucked up. Jerry Hurd was the IBO champ. Nigga, fuck y'all.
Say it again, goddammit. I wasn't even gonna go there, homie.
I don't know.
Wait.
I wasn't gonna go there.
Hold on, wait, just a second. Hold on, wait just a second. So you mean to tell me you want to bring one of the biggest ducks in boxing to talk about him being an IBO champion?
Well, tell your man set it up then, nigga. Don't
tell
your nigga why the fuck set it up, nigga. Don't you right next to
hold on.
You in H-Town.
After you
big
go
dog, right?
After you go fight two right hands. Hold on.
That's why I didn't bring it up. This argument right here.
Did he beat up two right hand? Did he beat up two right hand fighters yet? Did he beat up two right hand fighters yet? Did he beat up two right hand fighters yet?
Tell me about it.
Did he go fight his two orthodox fighters? Did he get his two tune-ups in?
He easy, y'all. Yeah, we got those in. We ready? What's up?
What a bell said, because we could
have.
What's up?
That's why I didn't bring up Jarrett Hurd.
What's up? I've been waiting on this. When you got the belts now. What's up then? Oh, all right. Yeah.
Oh, I ain't said nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I ain't said nothing. I'm saying this. The fight could have been made. He pumped.
Tell me about what could have happened. Tell me about what's gonna happen.
Oh, so now you lost your belts. You want to fight something now?
Man, tell him set it up. He an easy lick. You want to talk to shit, right? So show me.
Fight could have been made.
Show me what it's about. You didn't say he did some sucker shit and all that. Nah, you was talking about, oh, you, what's up, man? Nah, set it up. You the big dog, right?
That nigga did some sucker shit.
So all right, well, let's see what Charlo do.
Charlo trying to get undisputed right now.
I hear a lot of trying.
Jerry heard what he's trying to do.
A BFTB used in the army, right? Horseshoes and what?
Hold on. They actually
horseshoes
working
and hand grenades.
This is the difference. This is the difference between Charlo and Jerry Heard. Charlo ain't trying to get no motherfucking tune-up fight. He actually trying to get the motherfucking belt. Your nigga wanted 2 tune-up fights. Nigga, tell your niggas to sit down and wait his motherfucking turn.
Okay. We'll wait our turn. Is we next? Who next?
I don't know. Nigga, we might fight Eric Salubin next, nigga.
All right.
He should have. Hey, we might need 2 tune-up fights too, nigga.
So that's some sucker shit then. You talking about you might be on some sucker shit too, is what you saying.
Why not? The nigga was sucking with me.
I'm cool then. I'm cool.
I'm
cool. As long as it's
Hey, I didn't say that. Don't try to bundle me that. I don't think Charlo's on no sucker shit.
Are you a petty motherfucker?
I'm is.
Let's close it out, y'all. Let's close it out. We've been rocking for 2 hours, man.
Yeah. We too strong.
Yeah. I was actually supposed to do a live with Blu-ray Hill, and I've been over here rocking with y'all.
We got dubs tonight, fella. All dubs.
Yeah, man. Yo, BFTB, you want to tell them? You want to give them yellow?
Our fella got an L.
He did, sure did. My nigga, what's the name got an L too. My nigga 503 got an L.
Tell the people where they can find you at.
Shit, man, everybody know where I'm at, homie. I'm just trying to make sure that the next time I go live, I gotta plug this fucking night court shit, bro. I gotta plug the fuck out of this, bro. I gotta make sure we should have 100 motherfuckers over here watching, homie. We should plus watching.
They was laughing the whole time. They was dying the whole time. They stayed in.
Have 100 to 100 motherfuckers. Plus, this is like a I can't even call it. This is some good shit though, man. I'm gonna plug the fuck out of this motherfucker. I'm gonna make my own night court motherfucking thing shit, bro. Cause I got one too. I got some mind shit, but I gotta steal y'all niggas' faces though.
Alright.
I don't need y'all to do nothing because y'all already live right now. So I'm gonna just steal y'all faces and fucking make some shit happen. But we definitely about to get this popping, bro. This shit is dope as fuck to me, man. I love this shit. So everybody know where I'm at. Everybody that's here be in the graveyard anyway. So there's no reason for me to plug my shit. Y'all plug y'all shit. Let's get it popping, bro.
Yes, sir. Salute, BFTB. We appreciate
out of here,
you,
man.
Hold on, BFTB. Hold up, before you go. Objection. This nigga's dressed for a fucking funeral. We ain't come for court today, and you let that shit ride. What kind of kangaroo shit we doing?
Nigga, you knew it was bodies when I came here, dog.
It smell like death.
Peace, King.
All right, bro.
Yeah, man.
Peace, bro.
Yeah, Supreme Beast, man. Tell them where they can follow you at, man. Get the people your last.
Shit, man. Supreme Beast Boxing Talk right here on YouTube, man. We on the road to 1K, so tell a friend, tap in, man. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button for your boy. And yeah, man, so usual suspect 10. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the jury. The chat came through and shit. You know what I'm saying? Salute Judge Galvatron. You know what I'm saying? 503. Stay ready, BFTB, our fella. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Supreme Beast Boxing Talk. It's your boy Cadillac Red, man. I'll holler at y'all in a minute. One.
Stay ready, man.
Man, appreciate you sending that link to little bro, man. I had fun tonight. It's always fun when I fuck with y'all. Y'all know how to find me. Google me. Stay Ready Boxing TV. It's on all the social media platforms, even on Clubhouse. Half you niggas don't even know what Clubhouse is. Get you an iPhone and get y'all ass over there and come network with your boy. Fuck with me. It's your boy Mac. Stay Ready Boxing TV. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready, man.
Jay Stills, man. Tell the people, get the people your last time where they can find you at.
Indeed, another dope one. Y'all know what it is. The R fella right here on YouTube, The War Report. No cipher this Sunday, you know what I mean? But most definitely be on the lookout for the LDBC mixtape part 2, which is near completion. You know what I mean? Near completion. So, yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that. But yeah, once again, subscribe to the RFL, the War Report, and yeah, big up to the chat, big up to the usual suspects. 503 line, Stay Ready, Boston TV, Cadillac Red, you know what I mean? Act Reacher 45, and salute to the Grave Digger, you know what I mean? Passing through, you know what I mean? BFTB, y'all know what it is, but it's your favorite, yeah, your most hated RFL. Salute to the whole LDBC, and I'm Gizon.
Yeah, man. Salute to all my brothers that came through. 503 BFTB, Supreme Beast, Stay Ready, Jay Stills. Man, it's another episode of Night Court, episode 9. I can't believe we had 9 already. You know what I mean? But salute, we gonna keep growing. Yo, we do this for y'all entertainment, man. We appreciate everybody falling through. With that being said, salute to the mighty LDBC and the full Berserker clan. It's your boy Judge Galvatron. Court is now adjourned, and we out.